Okay. Hi. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's
You
do this
ready?
shit.
How are you gonna start this episode?
I just want to say that I know you guys had to settle for your first guest,
Right, right.
but the true one, the OG, is over here. And
Is here.
fuck you,
Let's clap
Andrews.
it up. Let's clap it up. Let's
Fuck
clap
you,
it
Andrews. Thank you. Thank you.
up. Benny, welcome.
Thank you.
Episode 4. Guess number
Sure. We'll go for 2.
One and a
One
half.
and a
One and a
half.
half.
One and a
I mean,
half.
the first one doesn't count.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second,
I'm not gonna say anything.
second on the podcast, first in our heart. All right, so we might as well just get into it.
I'm so happy to be here. Just want to say that. Like, I love you guys,
Nice.
and this is going high. I promise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Watch soon. Soon we'll get
appreciate
our nice setup y todo.
Yeah,
We'll
we
get
were
our
looking
nice
at, or
speakers.
you were looking at the soundboard, like the soundboard, so we can capture like better audio.
Yeah, they're
and
like
connect those mics.
Yeah.
It'd be.
I feel like next time you guys are gonna have like Brad Pitt or like Selena Gomez, you know, like on your fucking
I was
guests.
thinking more Selena
Oh my,
Gomez.
Madison
'Cause
Beer?
Fuck Haley Bieber.
Yeah, fuck Haley Bieber, dude. Yeah, Team
Right?
Selena
Yeah,
all the
Team
way.
Selena.
Team Selena all the way.
So like I'm probably gonna have to give myself a fist bump there.
Tanner, he was like, I can choose what team I want to be in, and I was like, well, do you know the issues that is going on? And he's like, no, but I just choose Team Haley, and I'm like, no, you can't do that.
There's no way.
Team
Yes, he's
Selena.
Selena.
No, he's Team Selena.
Pinche Tanner.
Yeah, he's definitely Team
Say
Selena.
okay.
He's what you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You were the
exactly.
fan.
He got no choice.
Exactly.
Yeah, you tell a girl you snap. Snap your fingers.
All right, you might as well just get into
Ooh,
it.
let's get into
All right,
these
hit it.
questions.
Okay, the first one is gonna be. So many to choose from. I don't know.
Hurry up, make
Which
your
one do
mind.
you feel like it would be better?
We can do scary movies. Or
Okay,
like
yeah.
scary
I think,
stuff.
I think we
Go
get
on
the
that topic.
scary ones out of the way.
Yes.
But since you guys have more, let me bring up one.
Okay,
Because
go ahead.
I probably only got one.
Okay.
So, one that had like. So, when I was a little niño, I hated scary stuff. I hated Chucky. Chucky the doll. I think for me, like as a kid, what frightened me more was it was literally like the height of
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Like, you know, like yeah, Chucky, like running around, killing people, like having these like this strength to kill. Well, in a ways, little me was just like, he's my height, he's gonna kill me. You know, scary. So then, my grandma told me a story one time that she was taking care of this little girl back in Mexico,
Oh.
and she said that the little girl had a bunch of dolls, and but there was like one specific doll that was like ya estaba fea, you know, it was like old,
Like
so
raggedy?
yeah, raggedy. She threw it away. She threw it away. She went out, walked in the front yard, put it in the dumpster. Boom. Yeah, fin del dia, right? End of story. And then the next day, she sees the doll again in the bedroom.
No way.
And then she tells the little girl, because she thought the little girl went and like grabbed it. And she's all like, why'd you go get it? Like, I threw it away. And then she was all like, the little girl's like, you threw it away? What? Like, she was all confused and everything. And then my grandma again, like, she thought she was lying. So she picked it up, went and threw it away again. She walked back into the house, and then she was with the little girl and everything. And then it just appeared, like, and I think they were in the living room. It appeared, like it was there. Like she was looking towards the living room, whatever, looked away, blah blah blah, haciendo sus cosas, and looks back, and then boom, it was right there. And then she was all like, it was just her and the little girl. Like, there's no way. So then, my grandma was just like she was scared. So then she went to she burned it. She burned it. Long story short,
That's
she
literally
burned
the
it.
plot twist for Annabelle. Like, that's how Annabelle starts.
It's like almost the same.
Yeah,
It's like almost the
yeah,
same.
they
Yeah,
throw
it
the
was
doll
like-
like away, and
That's
then she
scary.
like comes back up in the apartment. She appears, and it's like, what the hell? Like,
Do you like those movies? Do you guys like
I
them?
love them.
Yeah, I
fucking
think
love
they're
them.
cool. They're
Those
good.
are-
But it
they're
always
scary.
freaks me out whenever it's like in the beginning it says based on a true story.
And
soon as I
that's
see that, I'm always
yes.
like,
No, I
"Fuck."
love watching just based on true stories, because otherwise it's just like, it's fake.
Okay,
Like,
Yeah, like the Freddy, I guess
Yeah.
Freddy
No,
Krueger,
yeah,
like
Jason
watching
movies
like
and stuff.
Bigfoot,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't really believe in that. But like when it's like based on true events and it's like demons and like people being possessed, I'm like, yes, like that's
Yes.
that's what I like. Like, I fucking love it. Yeah,
Dude, that shit is scary.
it is.
But fucking.
What are your guys' stories? I know.
Do you want to start with yours?
Yeah, start with yours,
Okay, yeah.
Benny.
So, I love watching scary movies, right? So on duty, it's me and two other people, right? And I'm always in the office. I always want to watch scary movies, and they're always like, no, like this person keeps telling me like, no, if you watch scary movies, you're like opening like ports for
Portals,
yeah,
yeah,
portals for
no.
like bad energies to come in.
Wait, who told you that? Like family
No, it
or
was
the people you were
yeah, the
with?
people I was with on
Oh,
duty.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
And so I was like, fuck it. So I was watching a scary movie by myself, right?
Fucking open up a
Yeah.
portal.
So I don't know what I was playing. I was playing like a I don't know. I think it follows. Have you guys watched that?
It follows.
It
Yeah.
follows. I heard
What is
about
it
it.
It's
about? I
like
don't
I heard
remember.
about it.
you
I haven't
have
seen
like
it.
a demon following you and you pass it basically through having intercourse. So if you have intercourse with somebody, you're passing the demon to them. Kind of like
Never
Oh,
heard
it's
of that
actually a pretty
movie.
good movie, yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah.
Is it actually based on a true story? Did it say?
I don't know.
All right,
Anyway, so I
imagine.
was watching it and then EM1 came over and she was watching it with me. And then she had something to do. She had like some duty section shit to do. So she goes away, like she leaves, and then the lights are off. I'm watching the movie and I'm just like, okay, I want to take a nap. Like I'm really tired, so I turn the TV off. And I go back to sleep because I was already falling asleep. And then all the way in the back, Chief's like chair. All I hear is a little like
No.
And
I
it's
swear I'm
dark
not
in
lying
the
to you. I
office. It's
swear on
dark.
everything. Like
Yeah, the lights off,
the
didn't
lights
you?
were off, everything. I was the only one in the office. And I look, and the chair is literally like moving back and forth. Like the boat's not rocking. My Lao has his like uniforms hanging, so his uniforms are like standing still, and the chairs are like going like. And I get so scared, dude. I
Oh my
literally like I
fucking
start praying.
god.
I open the door, I turn the lights on, I start watching like funny comedy videos. Like I swear to
I
God.
always do that when I get
I do
scared
that, but
Yeah.
it doesn't work. It just
What do you
doesn't work.
mean?
No, because like I'll watch something scary. And for some reason, it's always nighttime. Nighttime, you just want to see the like right before
That's like
bed.
the
You want to
best
see
time
something
to watch
stupid
scary
scary.
movies.
Yeah,
Yes.
It is.
I
It
don't know
is.
why it is, but it's like you always are like, yeah, this is the perfect time to watch the scary movie.
It
You
is.
watch it,
And
you're
then
like,
you're like,
fuck.
oh my God, I can't go back to sleep.
because like for the second episode when we recorded it, like okay, we recorded it right, and just me talking about everything, I was scaring myself, and then he was like editing. No, I think I was the one editing that episode. So we were here, whatever, we were talking, chilling. I was like mentally, I was hoping he would stay a little bit longer, but like it was like
Oh,
20,
you wanted me,
25.
want me to tuck
Yeah,
you
I
in
did. I
bed?
didn't want you to. It was like maybe 30
Yeah.
minutes, and then he just left.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, whatever. I was right here. What's it called? Editing the video, and then I was like, I'm kind of tired, so I laid down in my bed, and I'm like, editing it, have my LED lights on, whatever, and all of a sudden I start hearing things
No, oh my God,
in my
that's like
room.
the
No, I know
yes.
that for sure. It probably wasn't anything. It was just me because I was scared. But I started hearing shit, and I put a video like funny compilations
Yeah.
of like babies, and I was watching that until like I forgot about it,
Yeah.
and then I just went straight to
Yeah.
bed. I couldn't
It's
handle
always
it.
good to like watch funny stuff when you're feeling scared. Or like, yeah,
Yeah.
I was praying the other day because I was like scared. I don't remember what I was scared about. It was Tanner was on duty and I was home alone, and I
Mhm.
was like, I felt like something was outside of my apartment, like in the living room, and I was in my bedroom sleeping. And I was asleep, but I was at that point where you're like asleep, but you're still aware of like what's
It's like
happening.
when you're asleep, but you're almost asleep, but you're
Yeah,
not
so
there
you're
yet.
like
I know what you
asleep, but
mean.
you're awake at the same time.
Yeah.
And I started praying, and because I felt scared, I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna pray. And then it felt like somebody was pulling me. It also be my dream because it didn't feel like literally physically pulling me, but somebody was pulling me to like get me to stop praying, which was like super fucking wild. The next morning I woke up and I was like, was that a dream or was that like it was just terrible. Like I don't know. I have a lot of like scary stuff that's
That
happened to
reminds
me.
me of a story that I had. I don't know if I said it in the last podcast, but I'm just gonna say it
Yeah.
again. Um, there was one night in my old apartment because now we live in a condominium, but before that we lived in an apartment building, and in that apartment building, it was just me and my little sister at the
Yeah.
time. Now I have three other siblings, but before it was just me and my sister Cassidy. So my mom was asleep in her room, and in the second bedroom, it was my sister and me. We were sleeping together, and we had one bed. We used to have bunk beds, but we just switched to one bed. So
I
my
love bunk
sister was
beds.
sleeping on one bed. I
Yeah.
know I love bunk beds too.
I never had
And
one.
all of us, and so I don't know why that night I just wanted to let my little sister have more space. So I decided to sleep on the floor because we had like this extra mattress that my uncle used to sleep on when he was staying with us. So I was like, whatever, I'll let her sleep on the bed and I'll sleep on the mattress. So I'm sleeping on the mattress, right? And I don't know what time it was. It was nighttime, and I felt something just sit on top of me, and like it wasn't no like what is that thing called, sleep
Yeah.
paralysis? Because like sleep paralysis, when you're going through it, you at least know
Yeah.
somewhat that it's sleep
Yeah.
paralysis.
You've gone through that?
I go through that all the time.
You too, Benny? You've been
Yeah,
through
that
It's
that?
shit's like
scary.
scary as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have
but
you never been?
No, I've never been through it.
I'm telling you,
And
you're
I
like
pray,
an
I
the
pray,
angel.
I
genetic,
pray to God
no, like
that it doesn't
Janice,
happen.
I feel like the reason why it started happening to me was because I was having a conversation with some other friends, and I was telling them that I've never had sleep paralysis. And then a couple of days later, I started having it, and I had it ever since. It's like it's not a normal to
How
me,
old were
but
you?
sometimes I was like 19.
Oh
You know what's
shit.
crazy? I should probably stop hanging out with him.
Should probably stop hanging out with us because we're all like demons following us.
Literally, he was like, dude, how come you don't invite me to Anaheim? Let me spend the night, and you can show me around Anaheim. And then after the story,
He was like, never
I
mind,
don't
never
want
mind.
to. I don't want to spend the night anymore. Never
Like,
mind.
bro, we were on our way back from home. It's dark. We're on the freeway. We're driving. He's telling me all these stories. And it's like, bro, I'm literally about to like go off to the side and kick you out of my car.
Oh my
Like, this is
goodness.
scary. And bro, and yeah, I get to my breaks room and get to my room, and I think my roommate at the time had duty. Sure enough, I'm scared. I'm like tripping. I'm like, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. Like just like try to knock
Yeah.
out. But yeah,
No,
no, I
the
pray
feeling that
God.
you get when you feel like something is there and like something's watching you or something is like out there in your living room and you're like in your bed, it's terrifying.
But it's scary because like you could genuinely feel
Exactly,
it.
and that's the thing.
You
Like
can
the
feel
next
it.
morning or the next day, when you try to tell people what happened,
They're just like,
yeah, they're
oh,
just
it's
like,
whatever.
"Oh, that's crazy." Like they don't actually
Yeah.
believe that it actually happened.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's like,
That's what I don't get, why people don't believe in fucking in like ghosts. Like they believe in everything positive, but to every positive there's a
yeah,
negative. And that's the negative side. But people don't want to like admit to it. I
yeah.
feel like.
Well,
But back to my
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
sorry. No, back to my story. Um, so yeah, I felt something just sit on me, and I got so scared. Like I tried to open my eyes, and as soon as like I tried to, I felt like two fingers just go like
Oh
this,
my god.
and I was like, "What the fuck?" And like I
No,
was like
no.
trying to talk, but I couldn't. I was so
Yeah.
scared, and um, like I finally opened my mouth, and I don't know why the first thing that I was able to scream out was "Don't touch her," and I was like referring to my sister.
Right.
And as soon as I said that, whatever was sitting on top of me started laughing. But it wasn't like a normal. It sounded like my uncle, because I was talking about this at the carne asada that I was at with my
Mhm.
family, and my tío Tito, he was there, and I was telling him like, yeah, it sounded like it was trying to imitate you, because it was like his kind of laughter, but toned down more. It was a lot deeper.
Yeah.
So as soon as I said don't touch her, whatever was sitting on top of me started laughing, and that's where like I genuinely got like not scared. It was like a level of fear that I've never felt before.
Yeah.
Like I felt so helpless because I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you're on sleep paralysis, you can't move, you can't do anything
Yeah,
about it. Yeah.
exactly. And like as I had like my I said that, my mouth, I couldn't close it anymore, and whatever it was standing on top of me, and this is how I know that it was real. Whatever it was put its finger in my mouth, and like it went like this on my teeth with its nail. And I remember because the nail was super long and pointy, and it went like this on my teeth, and it started, whatever it was started laughing again.
That's a hot Cheeto.
It was
The
the
hot
hot
Cheeto.
Cheeto girl. It was. It's Anaheim. It's Anaheim. There's hot Cheeto girls everywhere. But whatever it was, maybe hot Cheeto girl stood up and started walking towards my sister.
Oh.
And then that's where I felt super helpless
Yeah.
because like I couldn't get up or do
Yeah.
anything. And then like my eyes, I tried opening them up again, and I just couldn't for the life of me. And then all of a sudden, like that, like it was gone. Like I felt the presence was gone, and I opened my eyes and I got up. I looked at my sister; she was good. I looked at the door and it was like cracked a little bit open.
Oh my god.
And before I went to bed, I closed it. Like, you turn the knob
Yeah.
because like your mom was asleep, you don't want to wake her up.
Yeah.
So I turned the knob and I closed the door and it shut. But when I looked at the door, it was like cracked a little bit open.
Dude, that's
And I was like,
terrifying.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
I told my mom, and my mom was like, oh no, it's probably this, probably
Yeah.
that, whatever. But there was like another story that I already talked on my podcast. If you watched it,
Fake.
fake.
Matter of fact, step
Oh
up.
my god. Second episode, I'm sorry.
After that second story that I already talked about, my mom took it serious and like had, I think, a pastor or something like walk around the house and bless it. I think like
My mom
holy
does that
water.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
She like whenever I told her I was feeling scared when I was a little kid, she would like grab an egg and just like put it all around me and
Oh
like
yeah,
pray.
I've heard about
Yeah,
that.
and then like if you crack it and there's like veins coming out of the egg, that means like she got souls out of me, something like that. It's like Hispanic, like I don't know, but like
hey, you guys do that too?
you do it too.
Yeah, my tia. Typically, whenever we go to Chihuahua, and then like we come our like right before we come back, my aunt will like rub an egg on my mom.
So
But
it's
I
supposed
don't
to
like.
mean like it takes all the bad
The,
energy and the bad
okay, the
vibes or
bad.
whatever's
Okay.
following you like out of your body, and then you put it in that egg, and then you just crack it and then throw it away.
You crack it in like water or
Yeah,
something.
in a cup
That's
of
how you
water.
check. Like if I heard like if the yolk turns like black or it's like
Yeah.
a different color, it means like
Dang,
yeah,
what?
you have
Damn,
some like crazy
you were
shit.
horrible. You were
There's some crazy shit.
damn. You were.
I'm telling you,
Matter of fact, you are a demon.
a lot of
What?
shit has happened to me. Like ever
I
since
want
I
to hear
was young.
more.
Okay, you want to hear another one?
Yeah, I want to hear another one.
I was
Yeah.
in my house back in San Francisco, and I was hanging out with one of my girls, and I offered her like some water, whatever. I go to the kitchen and I wash the dishes, right, the two cups, and I put them like standing up right next to the fucking dishwasher, whatever, the sink. That's what I mean. And I go back to the living room, and then I'm sitting there, and then I hear a cup fall. You know the little like ding ding ding. So you hear the
Yeah.
noise. And then I'm like, oh shit, I fucking broke a glass. My dad's gonna be mad. I go back to the kitchen and nothing had fallen. Like the two cups were still right next to the sink, but they were turned upside down.
What the
Every
fuck?
time,
I would have ran out. Who was in the house with you?
one of my
Was it just
girlfriends from high
you?
school.
Oh yeah, I would have
But
left
every
Oh, this was during high
time,
school?
yeah, this was in high school.
I would have left. I would have ran.
I still would have cried and
Dude,
ran.
no, I looked at it and I was like, "Did you hear the cup falling?" She's like, "Yeah, I heard it." I was like, "What the fuck? Like, it's not. It's right here, but it's like turned up. I swear I
Yeah.
didn't leave it upside down because I like it when they dry, like the other way." So I was like, "No, like, I swear I didn't leave it like that." And she was like, "Oh, it's probably nothing." But when I tell that story, people don't really believe what happened. And
No,
I
but
swear, like, I would never. I don't like leaving my cups upside down. Like, I hate it. So it was
the
not
ones that
me.
don't believe it are the ones that have never experienced something like
Yes.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you. I would have fucking cried if I saw something like
Yeah,
that
and
happen
that's
to me.
it's a lot of, like I always felt like somebody was watching me. I had like a mirror right in front of my bed, and when I went to sleep, it always felt like there was a little kid watching me sleep
Oh
the
my
whole time.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my family, like how I was saying before we started recording, there was a neighbor that my grandparents had who I guess was like feeling my grandpa. Like she was like liking him or
Your
whatever.
grandpa?
Yeah, my grandpa. And my I guess my grandma had told my mom and my aunts now that she did like have feelings for him, but that she feels like whatever is following our family is because of that lady. Because so there was one day my grandma was coming from like the supermarket or something. She was out and she was coming into her apartment, and that lady had saw. So she stepped out of her apartment and came into my grandma and was like, "Hey, like I made food. I have extra food over. Like I don't know if you want it. Here you go, take it." My grandma, not trying to be rude, was like, "Oh, okay, thank you." So she took it and took it in. But since I guess my grandma and that lady had beef, my grandma was like, "I'm not gonna eat your fucking food." So my grandparents had a dog at that
Yeah.
time. So my grandma laid it
She
on
fed
the
the dog the
porch
food.
and she fed the dog the food.
Yeah.
I guess the next day, my grandma went out there to check on the dog. The dog was dead. The dog
You're
was dead.
lying.
No, I swear to God. I
She
swear to
poisoned the
God.
food.
She poisoned the food.
What the fuck?
That my grandma would tell my family that she strongly believes that she's the reason why, and that she poisoned the food because that dog, poor families with dogs, they don't
Yeah.
give them dog food, they just give them
Yeah, yeah,
leftovers. That dog grew up on eating just leftover human
yeah.
food, and all of a sudden this plate, it
Dude,
died.
that's terrifying.
That's
Did she
fucking
call the
scary.
cops? Did she like contact?
After that, I don't know the story. I don't know much.
Can you
But
imagine? Fuck no.
exactly,
Yeah, I'd be mad if my Chihuahua died.
I wouldn't be so mad.
I don't like
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
you're
so
the.
mad.
You don't either.
Chihuahuas are like.
You don't like?
I don't like small
Wow.
dogs.
I hate. I was telling
I
the
love my
story.
peanut, my
I
chummy
always
pup.
tell them the story.
Screw you
So
guys.
there
You
was
guys
like
are
a time.
haters.
There was a time when I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
My mom had me stay in Tijuana with one of my uncles, so I could learn Spanish a lot faster.
Yeah.
So during that time that I was there, my uncle lived on like this hill, and the hill was like always made of cement, so all the kids would ride their bikes down the because it was a steep ass hill,
Yeah.
and I would be riding my cousin's bike, but there was a lot of stray dogs too. So like specifically Chihuahuas, if they were like running around, I would like haul ass down the hill, pull up next to them, and just kick the fuck out of them and keep going.
That's
Like, I
fucking
genuinely do
awesome.
not like
Yeah, I don't
chihuahuas.
like them either. They're like
Mine are
so
different. Mine are
aggressive. No,
cute.
they're aggressive for like no
Mine are
reason.
cute.
Right? And
Yeah.
then it's always behind the gate, but as soon as the gate
Yeah,
opens,
there's
quiet.
two chihuahuas right outside my apartment, and every time I take my dog on a walk, they want to attack the shit out of my dog. But like, there's no reason why. My dog's like the most innocent dog you've ever
And your
seen.
dog looks like such an innocent,
Yeah,
like
no,
happy
he
dog.
gets scared and he like jumps up on me, so I pick him up, and I'm like, dude, you're fucking huge. I can't pick you up. Like,
It's a big
It's a
old
golden
baby.
not
doodle,
anymore.
right?
Yeah, he's still going to do. I can't pick him up anymore. Like, he's way too big. But yeah, the chihuahuas for no reason just want to attack him. Like, calm down. Every time I've tried to pet a chihuahua, they're just like barking.
So aggressive for no
I
reason.
know.
Mine are different.
I don't.
Mine
like
are
that.
different.
I don't like that.
They're like the short Hispanics or like, attitude. Don't touch me.
Attitude.
Hey, don't. You have
Hey.
a building.
Ándale, for talking shit on my peanut.
So do you have any more scary stories?
Or you got
I would
one
love
more?
to hear-
One
I
more?
fucking love
One
hearing
more
scary stories.
Scary one that you got under your
No,
belt?
I mean, I think those were the only ones that actually like shocked me and I remember till this day. But since I was little, I've just had like, like when you feel a presence and you feel like somebody's watching you.
Yeah.
When I was home alone in high school and my dad was at work, I would always be like in the living room watching TV, and we had like a balcony inside of the apartment, so it was the kitchen, the
Yeah.
balcony, and the living room. I always felt like somebody was standing in the living room watching me, and I would always tell my dad, I was like, it feels like I know there's nobody in the house, but it just feels like I'm being watched by somebody. Like I don't know, but it feels like eyes are on me. He was like, it's probably just being fucking crazy. But no, yeah, I always felt like something was following me. And then, yeah, after I became a Christian, it kind of like went away. Yeah.
That makes
Well, that's
sense.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
I remember one story because I don't know. So when I was in 5th grade, I had this like project where I had to interview somebody in my family. So I was like, fuck it, let me interview my grandpa.
Yeah.
So I interviewed him, and like we went through the whole like normal questions that they asked, like where he grew up, this and that, like all boring stuff. Then my grandpa was like, "You want like real information?" And I was like, "Me, like, well, how old are you in 5th grade? Like 10, 9?
Yeah, I think
He's like
so.
9, 10 years
Yeah.
old."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, let me hear him." He was like, "Oh, okay, get ready for this." He started telling me all those like scary stories of when he was growing up in the ranchos in Jalisco,
Yeah.
in Mexico.
Yeah.
And so he was telling me one time, so when him and his like when he was younger, when he was like 10, 11, 12 years old, him and his brother, what's it called, would have to like corral cows, either cows or I forgot what it was, but he had to corral cows, I think.
What does that mean
And
when
they
you
were
like?
yeah, you open their like their stable, and you let them roam free.
Oh, okay.
You're just walking with them, and they know where to go, like to go eat in the mountains, and then you make sure that you corral them back into the stable so that they don't just stay out there. And he said that on one of the times that he was there with his brother, um, they were at the top of this hill that had like a small waterfall, and he said that at the bottom of the waterfall he saw a lady, and the lady was just standing there. And it's not uncommon to see people like next to a river because like that's where they're getting their water. So he just looked and like, he was like whatever. He was like looking at the cows, and then he just like decided to look back real quick, and the lady was gone. And he was like, okay, whatever. So he started walking.
Right.
They went up the hill a little bit farther, and then for some reason he felt like something was staring at him. So he turns around, and the lady was there, like behind a bush, just like standing and just looking at him. I remember him telling me that he could see the clothes that she was wearing, like from how close she was. Like she was wearing a white dress. She had like
like
she had like
Roma.
the gown
Yes.
thing. That's what I'm trying to get at. He says that to this, like before he passed away, rest in peace. He said that he genuinely thinks that he saw La Llorona because everything that she was wearing, she had black hair. It was like covering her face, but that the wind was blowing at that time, so the hair was like blowing. But when it would like expose her face, there was just nothing. And that he saw that and he got scared, and that even the cows got scared and they just started running
Ooh,
off.
that's how you know it's real.
That's how you know
That's
it's
how you know
real.
it's real,
Exactly.
yeah.
That's where I believed him.
Yeah,
He
'cause
said that
animals
see-
the cows got
can't-
startled and they just started running,
Yeah.
and that made it worse for him and his brother because they had to run up and catch them and like kind of put them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when he told me that, he said that he freaked the fuck out. He couldn't go to
La
bed for
Llorona
like
is like a
3 4
big,
days
big like thing in
in
like
Mexico.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mexico and
Well,
like
is it like a big thing for
yeah,
Peruvians?
like I remember in high school they said that if you are alone in the bathroom and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say La Llorona like 8 times, she's gonna pop up in the mirror. I tried it every time.
It's like the Bloody Mary
What?
thing.
I am
You
like
tried it? You
I
asked for
tried
the shit that happened to
I
you.
know.
You asked for it.
I am like I think what's the word? Sadistic?
Sadistic, I
Right?
guess, is
I
the
think
word.
that's the
Yeah,
word.
I
When
don't
you
yeah.
like
know.
I don't know.
It's a word.
Yeah.
Sadistic.
I
Yeah.
So
don't
like
even know
when
what
I'm
that
like
means.
home alone or like when I'm like by myself and it's like dark, I watch scary movies on my phone. Or like I go on YouTube and I'm like real ghosts caught on camera. I
I would do
love
that.
watching that.
I would do that on deployment,
Yeah.
and then I would get scared, so I would turn on the little lamp light
Yeah.
that you had, and then I would have to go to sleep like that because I couldn't even handle it on the ship.
I would kill you. I can't sleep with light on, so I'll be like, "Turn the fucking light off."
Nope, I did it. I did it.
Yeah, no, I love doing that. I love watching ghosts and all of that.
You said you like watching the based on a true story ones, right?
Yes.
There was one that I saw where it was like genuinely. Oh, I don't know if it's based on true stories because I haven't seen it so long. But the Blair Witch Project.
I don't think
Have
I've
you seen
seen
that
that
one?
one.
You need to watch that one. That one is the older one because there's a newer one that came out not that long
Hmm.
ago. That one's not that scary. But the first one, it came out in the 90s or the early 2000s. That one is genuinely scary because what makes it more scary in that movie is that you never see the witch. It's just someone that's recording. You never see the
See,
witch.
those are the type of movies that I like because, like, The Nun, for example, right? It's like
Yeah.
just a nun following you and like appearing
Right.
out of nowhere. You know that's not real. You know you're not gonna see a fucking nun come out of the fucking door. So like, sorry I'm cussing too much, but like it's just like it's better when it's like energies and like shit that's like moving stuff around and like instead of just
Yeah.
like a person just popping out of nowhere. You know?
Kind of like the Jason movies and the
Yeah.
like that. Those aren't that
Yeah.
scary. But like
I
when
mean,
it's
it's
like an
more like
energy
yeah.
that you don't see, but it
I know.
those are
I
the good
live
ones.
for
Those are
those.
the scary
Yeah, those are
ones.
the ones that the next day you'll be
Not even the
deciding
next day. That
whether.
same night, you're gonna be fucking up till 2 a.m. watching
Oh no, no,
Have
I'm
you seen
funny
a
saying.
movie by
movies.
yourself? First, like no.
I
Answer
think
honestly. Answer honestly.
I don't think so.
What
By
about
myself,
Jackie? Does she
no.
like
I don't.
watching scary movies?
No, she does. She
Okay.
does
She hates
not.
it.
There was we were watching. Oh, we were watching a carpool karaoke, and then on YouTube, and then there was the ad for one of the movies that are coming out. I don't know what the name is, but a scary movie. And then like the kid is possessed, and then like it's the demon talking through the kid's body, saying like, "Bring me the priest" or whatever, this and that. And then right away, like she like turns her head off to the side and says, "No,
Aw.
like skip it, skip it." Like,
She
no,
really
I want to
can't.
So
watch
She really
cute.
can't
it.
watch it.
Like, watch? No, she cannot.
That's crazy.
So
'Cause
like I need to watch it on my own, but I don't do that anyways.
Yeah.
like I was gonna say when you were talking about Chucky because my sister, she's 5 years younger than me. She's like 17, 18 right now. She's towards her end of
5 years
high
older than
school.
you?
She's 5 years
Than
younger
you.
than me.
How old are
Yeah,
you?
I'm 22.
Oh, okay.
Old man.
Yeah, you're fucking old.
You're like 25.
I'm 23. Okay.
You're older.
I am old. I know. Anyway.
But so I remember when we were younger, we she was like, dude, I was like 9, 8 at the time.
Yeah.
So she was like young.
Yeah.
She would complain to my mom, like cry to her, to sit up and watch Chucky with her when she was a little kid, like a little baby. And I remember my mom telling me that one night, my sister just sat in the living room and watched Chucky by herself with her bottle. She just like my mom was so
She's a
like
queen.
tired. She just sat her in the living
Yeah.
room, put on Chucky, and went to bed. And my sister's just right there chilling,
I
watching
bet
the
she's
whole
not
movie with
scared
her
of
bottle.
anything now, huh?
No, she's
Oh,
scared.
she
Like
is.
if you watch the second episode, you would know all this that happens to my sister as
I'm gonna watch it
well.
right after this.
You better
I
watch
am.
it.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, that
Disappointed. Nah, not yet.
No, but yeah, like that. Just like you talking about Chucky, just reminded me of that story because my sister, she tries to act like hard and like she's a bad bitch.
She probably is a bad bitch.
No, she is a bad bitch, but when it comes to scary stuff,
Yeah.
bad bitch gone,
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 Bad bitch out the door.
That doesn't exist.
out the door. It's so funny.
Yeah.
But like I'm just gonna say it again because I said it in the last podcast. Like there was a time where she went down into the living room because my mom had watched. My mom loves watching like criminal investigation stories where people like break into homes or whatever. She loves like anything that has to do with investigations and like FBI stuff. My mom loves watching shit like
Mhm.
that. And but she always watches it at night. So after she's done with the episode, she always goes downstairs, closes the doors, the windows, everything,
Yeah.
and locks everything just to make sure. And I guess that night she like was too lazy to go down herself and do it. So she had told my sister Cassidy to go down there and do it. So my sister was like, "All right, whatever, I'll go do it." She went downstairs, and in my living room,
Mm-hmm.
in my the home that my family lives in now, it's a condo. So it's like the you walk in, it's instantly the living room and the seating area to like the dinner table.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then there's no hallways or walls or anything downstairs.
Like
It's all
connected
open.
to it is the
It's all
kitchen.
open. So when you go upstairs into the bedrooms, as soon as you're facing the stairs and you're gonna go up to your left, all you see is the dining table and the living room.
Okay.
So she went downstairs, she locked the door, she's coming back, and all she has on was like obviously the lights in the living room. But as she was like making her way out of the living room, she was turning everything off, and all that was left on was a light for the stairway. She's standing at the front, and all of a sudden she sees like a shadow of a man in a hat sitting on the couch.
Oh hell no.
And she said that like she looked at it, and she just at first she looked at it like she was maybe tripping, but then she genuinely got scared and couldn't move when she saw that it stood up and it started coming towards her. And that's where like she screamed out the loudest scream that I've ever heard, because I was like playing video games in my room,
Yeah.
and I had a headset on, and those headsets, like I can't hear anything. My mom, every time she opens the door and has me do something, she has to come to me and shake me so that like I can know that she's in the room, because I genuinely can't hear anything.
Yeah.
But the scream that she let out when she saw whatever it was that night, I could hear through the headphones.
Oh my god.
So like I threw them off and I ran over there, and like I was like, "What the fuck?" And she was like crying to my mom and me. Couldn't even like really say what she saw until like my mom calmed her down. And then me pretending like I was the big brother.
You
I
went
into her
around
room.
and looked.
No. I went into her room, and I was like, "Cassidy, like I know you're scared. If you want, you can come sleep with me." And she was like, "No, I'm okay. I'll sleep alone."
No,
And in my head, I was like, "Motherfucker, sleep with me. I'm the one that's scared." I was the one that was fucking scared.
Oh my
And then
goodness.
she
You
was
were
like-
like,
she
if
was like-
you're scared, you can just come and sleep with me.
Exactly, that's the situation. And she was like, "No, I'm okay." And then my house. I went to my room and I had the light on.
Oh my god.
I was like on my phone on YouTube watching videos.
What's the light gonna do? Prevent the fucking ghost from showing
Exactly.
up?
In my head, it helps me.
I think the
out.
blanket over your head.
They're like, yeah, I
That
was really
prevents
just
the
thinking
ghost
about
from
I,
that.
like
hate,
popping.
I never do that.
You don't?
Because I want to at least see it so I can protect myself. Because I feel like as soon as you throw the blanket over,
It's over.
It could be like right here and you can't see it.
Nah, I make sure like as a little kid I used to do that a lot. Blanket over me, but then I hated it because it'd get too hot and I can't breathe.
Yes.
So I'll like kind of like get my nose close to like the end of the blanket and just be like this, like where I could breathe. Cause oh yeah, bro, that's funny.
I genuinely.
Bro,
can't
you
do
guys
that.
are scary. So genuine. Oh,
Yeah, are you getting scared yet?
nah, I'm
Well, if
a
you go back to your
sleep. I'm a sleep with him
embarrassing
tonight.
days, there's, like-
And two,
Thank God you have a
Oh my
roommate
God.
now. You'll be all right.
Your
I'm a
lovely roommate.
my lovely roommate. No, I'm gonna sleep with Sebas tonight.
You guys are gonna
in his
cuddle tonight?
cunita.
Spend the night right here because I'm probably gonna be scared too.
What if the
sleeping in
lights just
cuna
start like
with you.
flickering and like you can't sleep?
I'm leaving.
I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to handle it. I probably will spend the night with the we should move it on though.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
kind of shift away from
Yeah?
this is
You're, like,
I think
shaking
we're at the
right
part
now.
now. I think we're at the part right now where like we talk about funny stuff, or if we were by ourselves,
To
we
lighten
watch
the mood a
funny
little bit?
videos.
Or watch, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, actually, I need to pee really bad.
Okay, pause.
Ain't no way.
He was asking me where I wanted to move, if I wanted to stay in Cali. And I was telling him like not really. Like I kind of want to move to like Oregon, Washington, somewhere out there, but I really don't like rain either, so I don't know if I want to move there. I feel like I'm probably just gonna end up staying in Cali, somewhere here. And he was telling me that he wants to move to Cali, or not to Cali. He wants to move out of Cali somewhere else. But like he was having like he didn't know like because you don't know where you want to live or something.
No, so I really want to stay in California.
Exactly.
I moved to California when I was 15. I loved it. I love the city life. I love having the beach like 10 minutes away from
Yeah, because
me.
Cali has the beach, the desert, the snow.
The fucking
Everything.
weather, everything's fucking awesome. I love California. But when I went to Jersey for C school, I fell in love with Jersey. Like I loved it. And I don't know if it was because of the job that I was doing there or the school that I was going there, because they took me to kind of like look at all the test side of the equipment that we work on, and I loved it. I was like, I really want to work here. I really want to be here. And even though, so the hotel that they put me in was an hour away from base. So I was driving like an hour away an hour there, an hour back every day. So it was a pretty long commute. Commute?
Commute,
Commute,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I loved it. I really loved the people were so nice, the weather was awesome, the houses were amazing, the prices were good. I just loved everything. So if I have the chance to go to Jersey, I'll probably go to Jersey.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's pretty
is it
awesome.
actually like
No, a lot of people hate it.
because
That's the
that's
thing.
what I've always seen. Like people
Yeah.
hate on New Jersey. They always say like New Jersey tries to be like New York.
Yeah. So it is, but I know it depends on like your view on it. You know how a lot of people also hate the job that we have.
Yeah.
But also a lot of people like if you see it in a different way, you like the job that we
Yeah.
have. So it depends on what your view on it is. Like if you go in there thinking that you're gonna hate it and people talk shit about it, then you're
Then
gonna end
you're
up
gonna
hating it.
dislike
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's just on the mindset that you have.
All depends what
But
you want to hear.
yeah,
Type.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I really like it. I think it's a pretty cool place. I mean, are you trying to stay in 20 for 20 years?
Fuck no.
Oh yeah, he wants
I'm
to be.
doing one contract.
He wants to
and
be
then I'm
senior
done.
chief.
Well,
Yeah,
I've heard that because I think Warren has told me, Dos Salto has told me, I think another person has told me. I can't remember who it was, but someone told me that in the Navy or in the military in general, if you make a certain amount of money, you are considered a liability to the Navy.
Yeah,
Because
I
like
heard
think
that.
about it, if you have $1 million in your bank account,
Yeah,
like you're not gonna put up with the Navy's bullshit because you're not gonna care to get kicked out because you have $1 million in your bank account. So they
exactly.
kick you out and they give you a general what is it called? General
Discharge.
discharge. Yeah. So like me personally, that's my my goal. Hopefully it comes true. You know, I'm gonna work hard for it.
It will.
But hopefully because like with the shit that me and him are doing with the what's it called the real estate stuff, like I wanna have enough money in my bank account to where I can apply for that and I can just get kicked out. So that's my goal. But if I don't get there, then I'm just gonna write my contract out, just 5 years, and that's it, and then I'm out.
Then
I'm
you're
not.
gonna get it after
Yeah,
5.
I'm not doing no 20, no maybe even
Short duty?
shore duty.
Question
Maybe.
mark?
Yeah, maybe.
What are you gonna do?
I came in. I like jumped all over the place. Came in like I'm gonna do 20, but then I'm
Oh yeah,
like
and then
no right
for a second
away.
you were like, oh, you want to be a pilot, right?
Yeah, I mean that's still up in the air. I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's hard because like I look at all the positions of like our higher ups, and then like I envision it. Like okay, let's pretend I'm them.
Right.
Do I want to like deal with like the stuff that they're dealing with? Like I know obviously like in the civilian world, in jobs, everyone has their own like type of like BS that they deal with and etc. Whatever. But like in this case, I'm just like, because the going out to sea part is hard. It's hard, and I'm like a big family guy, so it's like I don't know if I'll be able to do 20, unless I go the officer route. But then it's like, other than that, it's like a question mark. I do want to do short duty though. I want to see what opens up where I could possibly go. Hopefully in Cali. I do want to like at the end of the day, like if it's not Texas, like it's Cali that I'm gonna stay at. Like I want to stay in Cali.
I'm saying Cali's like the best state.
But so many I've never met so many people that hated on Cali until I joined the Navy.
But it's always the people.
It's always the
that
people that aren't
Cali.
from here.
And
Exactly.
their first time being in Cali is
Yeah.
because they're in the Navy. It's always those people that hate on
They're
Cali.
like, it's expensive, it's this, it's that. It's
You know what I always told them?
It's really not.
Get your fucking money up.
No, but my thing is like, it's expensive, but you get paid way more.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
some
the
other
cost of
places-
living because they're
Exactly.
like, oh, like for example, like Warren, he was like talking shit on Cali, and I was like, yeah, you talk shit because it's so expensive, but back home in Tennessee, because he was talking about gas prices, and I was like, yeah, gas here is expensive, but the reason why it's expensive is because we get paid so much.
Exactly.
It cancels out. I was like,
Yeah.
like back home, yeah, it might be like $1 or whatever, $2 for you, but
Yeah.
all you pay is like $2 and a sack of fucking potatoes or whatever you do. But it's because of the cost of living. It's different.
Yeah.
And then from there, they're like, well,
Yeah, they don't
well,
know what to say after that.
it's still shitty. There's a bunch of liberals, and then they get into politics, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
bro, get rid of all that. Cali is the place to be.
It is.
Cali
It's
really
like you
is,
said.
yeah.
You said there's the snow, there's the desert, and there's the
beach.
water, like the beach. Like literally, you have
You have
all these
everything
three
in
things
California.
in the entire state, and then you have what Universal Studios, and in LA, and then Disneyland in Anaheim, San Diego, you have SeaWorld, Legoland, the zoos all over. San Francisco is huge. You have everything
You have
up there too.
Alcatraz.
You have Alcatraz, like you have so much. The Golden Gate Bridge, like where literally
so
everyone
much to
goes
do.
up to. Like Cali, there's so much stuff to do, and then it's like and then concerts. Like that was the
Oh,
biggest thing.
yeah.
That was literally the biggest thing about like us being here all year is that dang, like let's see what concerts we get to go to,
And it's
which is
like,
pretty
where do
tight.
you think that most people go to when they're trying to like they'll show love to their supporters? But like when it comes to artists, like where are the most concerts being held at?
The main,
Cali.
the
If
big
it's not
cities.
like New York, it's Cali or Miami.
Yeah.
It's Cali
Nobody's gonna go to Missouri or like.
or
North
fucking
Dakota.
Ohio
Yeah,
or
no.
Idaho or Utah.
Nobody's gonna go perform
No
there.
one's gonna go there because there's nobody there.
Look at us hating.
They deserve it. They're always
Yeah,
like,
for real. California's the best place to live.
We're about to get
That's
comments,
it.
hate everywhere. What
I
the
know.
heck? Yeah, you dirty
Fuck
Cali people.
California.
Yeah, I always hear that shit. But I honestly, yeah, because I remember my mom was telling me like during high school, my mom wanted to move to Oregon. My mom loves being around green.
That's not bad.
Yeah, like even my uncle took a trip
Washington.
with his wife up to Oregon. They drove, so they went all through PCH, all through Cali, then to Washington and Oregon. They saw everything. And they fell in love with like the greenery. And I was like, okay, yeah, like Cali doesn't have that, but like it makes up in a lot more other aspects. So I was like, yeah,
Some Twilight views.
Cali is the place to fucking be.
It really is. I'd be like driving after work. I put my music up and drive through the beach, and I'm like, I just can't imagine myself not living here.
Like, imagine doing that, trying to catch that same vibe, driving through like a cornfield.
yeah, no,
Oh, no. Or through the no.
absolutely not. Or
No.
like Texas, absolutely not. No.
Like
That's
Texas, my
hilarious.
mom fell in love with Texas too because they recently took a trip to Houston.
It's nice though.
And
It's really
like
nice.
the pictures that they showed me,
yeah.
the pictures they showed me, it's really nice. And that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, if Cali, I was definitely got poor, I couldn't live in Cali, I would move to Texas. But even like the stuff that she was showing me, I was like, yeah, but do you guys have this? Do you guys have that? Is that over there?
This,
And mom
yeah.
was like, yeah, but it's cheaper. And I was like, get your money up.
I mean, the houses are really like.
Yeah, well,
cheap.
yeah, because
The
it's
price that
like
you
the
pay.
rent that you can pay that you pay for here. Like for example, here 2,800.
You pay mortgage
That's like,
over
like a
there.
mortgage over there for like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house.
Yeah.
It's like okay, that makes sense.
I
but-
feel like Texas is a place where like everyone should, because it's like hard to explain. I love it there, but then like for me to explain to you like why, then I'll give you explanations, but then it's like you guys would probably think, well, that is not maybe like a like what? That's the reason why you want to like be there. I don't know. It's just something where you have to be there, experience it, be there for like a week, maybe the most, and it's just like because it feels like home, like Mexicans for the most part everywhere. Like desert type style vibes, like rancho, like
You can find that anywhere in Cali.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know, bro. It's just something about Texas, and I'm, I don't know about like the rest of Texas. I'm just speaking on the behalf of El Paso, but it's just something about it where like you just fall in love with it, like because when we went for
Well, it depends on what kind of vibe you like. Too.
yeah, that is
That-
true.
like,
That
like
is
the
true.
ranch vibe,
Yeah, if you like ranch, like okay, like the ranch, being out like around animals. Yeah, Texas
Yeah.
would probably be the best. bet
Yeah,
for you.
but I mean, if you're I guess strictly
Like,
into
if
the
you like
city,
the
then
city,
it's
it's
like
like-
I feel like
the buildings, the
Texas
lights.
stuff like that is like when you go to like retire or like when you start your family. But like when you're trying to like you're young like us, you're trying to go have fun,
okay,
experience as
then
much as you can.
yeah, it's here.
Cali's
Obviously,
Yeah,
obviously.
California is the place
Yeah.
to be.
You got another question there for
Oh, definitely.
Doña Valeria?
Oh yeah.
Valeria Benavides. You think your mom will watch this?
No,
She's
absolutely
definitely
not.
not.
She's
No?
not gonna
You
understand
should
any
have
word.
her.
Of
I want to translate to Spanish just for her.
She's not gonna. She's gonna.
Subtitles on the bottom.
Mira, estoy enamorado de ti.
Oh my god.
You know what? She's gonna call her mom. She's gonna call her mom and be like,
No, she's not. She's gonna be
Mom,
like,
skip to
you're like,
this
"Mom,
minute, this second.
Mom, mira, a este minuto ve el video. Fíjate lo que dijo Sebastián.
Everybody is asking me like for my mom's number. My mom's number.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
like everybody's like, oh, can I have your mom's number? Can I have your mom on Instagram? Can I have your mom on Snapchat? I'm like, no, dude, you're not gonna
mira,
fucking talk to my
cuando
mom.
me hago rico, te invito a cenar.
El año que tienen de diferencia es como 20 años.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, let me
Doña
see.
Erika's gonna watch this. She's gonna be like, what the heck?
Yes, you know, what
She'd be
the
like,
heck?
I don't like your friends no more.
Yeah, for real.
Ese chaparrito nunca me
Como
gustó.
que ese chaparrito, no.
Como que ya no me cae bien.
All
I
right.
like your mom a lot.
My mom?
Yeah, she's cool. I added her on Facebook.
Thank you. Oh, she did tell me, just real
Yeah,
quick.
she did.
I went back home y dijo, mijo, she was like, mijo, ¿sabes qué? I'm like, ¿qué pasó, mom? Because I do have like a few, like Greggy, like he also signed her friend request. So, like, so it was just like, because my mom's always tagging me and stuff, right? So then, they send her friend request, whatever. Pero my mom's like, fíjate que tu amiga Valeria Benavides me mandó una friend request in el Facebook. Like, oh, for real? And then she accepted it, but she like at first she was just like, I don't know, like she thinks like maybe I think that like it's weird, but like I'm like, mom, but like she sent it, like accept it, like if anything it's probably weird for her, but then she's like, no, sí, pero sí la se lo acepté. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Your mom is cool.
Yeah,
I like her.
yeah, she's
I've never
awesome.
met her, but like based on she posts so many funny pictures of you.
She does.
It's freaking hilarious.
Next time we have them come down, I'll make sure like you meet them, because a bunch of people like Dova, she wanted to meet them too, but she didn't meet them. It's because like
It's because your parents are fucking cool.
bro.
I love your parents.
Yeah, I got cool
I don't
parents.
know
They're
them, but
awesome.
based on Facebook, I like them.
They're awesome. No, my dad is like the funny part of like.
Dude, that's bald, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
bald.
Okay,
But see, you're trying to be bald, bro.
you see his personality. He got it from his dad. Like, all
No
the stories he tells me about his dad, I'm just like, I want to meet this guy.
Dude,
Bro,
is
it's
he
like- it's on
you,
crack.
but like the older version.
Yeah, and like more funnier.
Oh my
Like
God.
he's like 10 times more funnier than me.
Like the story that you told me about when you woke up in the morning and you saw him cutting the lawn and he had the big ass microphones and he was just dancing the cumbia. Just I was like,
Oh, my dad, he's so funny. Like he loves to save money, right? And he'll be like, so you know how you have headphones and then now Bluetooth headphones that you could talk through it, listen to music, everything. He has his yard head like ear covers, whatever,
Yeah.
headphones, yeah. But and then what he'll do is like he'll be like in the yard doing his thing, and then if like he's talking to like most of the time his brother, he'll like bring off to the side, put his phone, and then like leave it right there. So you just see like a big old phone right here, and he's cracking up, chopping it up, everything, and then like he now hangs up, whatever, does his thing. He's funny. Oh, and at work, I really want to see, and hopefully like a bunch of people see this, but I want to see if like this is like a Mexican dad thing, a Latino dad specifically. So like many times he'll be working in la yarda, and then he'll be like, mijo, tráeme agua, or tráeme una soda or something. Con hielo. Okay, here go, pops, whatever. And then he'll take a sip. And on deployment, I would do it a lot while we were doing maintenance. Like we'll get a Coke or whatever, and then they'd be like, I'd take a sip, and I'll kind of like mouthwash it, my mouth.
he goes like this. He goes
Typical dad.
you just look at the bottom.
Just look at it and just like sit there. And then again, and then you do that like 3 more times, bro. It's so funny, bro.
My
Like
dad does that all
he
the
does that.
fucking time.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Like I don't
He
know.
loves- yeah,
I don't
oh
know
my
if that's just a Latino thing or every dad thing, but like it's funny. Like he
It's not.
would
It's
do
not
that.
just with that though. It's like if he's like, "Oh, can you pass me the chips?" I'll be like, "Yeah, here's a bag of chips." He'll like eat one, and he'll be like, like twisting the bag, seeing the calorie. Yeah, for real. Yeah, like what are you looking for?
And take another.
For real,
Oh,
yeah.
my goodness.
My grandpa would do that all the time.
Your grandma do that too with
My
bags?
grandpa.
Oh, grandpa.
Yeah, my grandpa would do that all
With bags
the
of chips?
time. Chips, drinks, and
Yeah.
you name it. If it's
Everything.
going in his mouth, he's gonna look at it. Even if my mom would cook him food, he'd take a bite, look at the plate, chewing, and he'd take another bite, and just look at it. I'm just like, what are you?
Or like when you go out to eat.
He's just admiring the work.
I guess so.
Oh gosh. Sorry, I know I cut you off on your question over there.
Oh no, it's fine. I kind of like that. Just like rambling on.
I do want to meet your dad though. He's so
Yeah,
funny.
no, like I
Both of his
said.
parents are fucking awesome. Like when they drove me down from, was it the day before deployment? He picked me up, and
yeah.
that's where the first time
That's
I
when we
ever
had
met
the
his
curfew.
parents. Yeah, like they bought me Subway, and we were sitting there. I met his girlfriend too. She was a little sick, so she wasn't really talking.
He
I
thought
thought she didn't like
I
me.
don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't like the short
I
guy.
told her, she's like, no, I do like him.
That's my mom with Campbell. When Campbell was like,
Campbell.
Your mom
my
does not
mom
like
loves Campbell.
tu mamá no quiere a Campbell. Hay que decir la verdad.
She does.
No
she
le cae
does.
bien.
She just didn't like
Parece
how.
perico. This your mom. Oh my god.
Dude, when your mom was sitting right there where Fern is, she was like, "Y esta niña no para de hablar, más." Dude, I was dying when your mom said that.
I know. I was changing with her, and I heard my mom complaining, like, "Oh my god, you guys are taking so long." And
She
I
was
was
just
like,
talking about Campbell.
"Jesus, oh my god."
It was
And then I
funny
was like, "Why
though.
didn't you guys pregame?" And you guys were like, "Cause I was talking to your mom the whole time." And I was like,
Bro,
"Ugh."
because your mom is such an interesting person, and we've never met her, so it's like, when you
It's
don't
fresh.
know
It's like
someone,
when you
like you gotta
talk.
start from página uno. You
Yeah,
gotta
from
start.
like
A ver,
where, yeah,
what's your name?
And
Where you from?
yeah.
What color you like? Like that, you go down the list.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
she's awesome. I love her.
all right, let's move into some hot takes.
All right.
Cancel
Ooh,
culture.
cancel
Do you
culture.
guys fuck with it or do you guys hate it?
I do fuck with it.
Huh?
Haley
Oh,
Bieber?
this is gonna be a
Haley
good one. This is gonna be a
Bieber?
good episode.
Yeah, fuck Haley Bieber,
Okay,
dude.
well, okay. Damn, I guess it's so
Okay, it
opinionated. It's
depends.
opinionated at the end. Because
No,
I
no.
gotta say, when it comes to like the broad spec, this is just me saying because like you brought up Selena and Haley Bieber, Team Selena all the way.
Exactly.
But other cancel cultures, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
hate
so
it.
it depends on what the reasoning behind canceling somebody is and what you're doing, like what points you're going to and what levels you're going at to
Clip
cancel
that.
somebody.
Clip
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Billboards
Yeah.
everywhere.
So
What
like
she
if you're
said.
going to like you're texting their family members, you're texting them like, "Oh, like hateful comments like you should kill yourself." No, that's absolutely not acceptable. But if you're like, like Team Selena, you're like, "Hey, Haley, like I don't know, like there's funny comments out there where you're like, "Oh, Justin Bieber, you settled for Haley Bieber." Like that's fine, she deserved it.
Like I saw that she had like a G for Selena had a G for her sister
Yeah.
by her ear, and I
And
guess
Haley
Haley
Bieber
Bieber thought that it
copied
was
her,
a
yeah.
J, so she got the same tattoo by
Oh,
her
I
ear.
did see that.
I was like,
Ridiculous.
oh, that's crazy.
I mean, I never participate in like leaving comments on anything. Even if I like something, no, I promise, I never comment or anything.
I feel like you got a little tipsy one night. And you're like, "Fuck you!" And you DM her like,
I'm tired of your bullshit. How dare you DMing her and shit? And you know what? I'm gonna block you. Like she's gonna ever see
"Like she's
your
gonna see
profile.
it."
I was just gonna see it. No.
No,
No,
bro,
but
it
yeah.
sucks.
No, I just
'cause-
like reading it because it's hilarious, dude. The people that like the trolls of the internet,
Right.
the like levels they go to make somebody feel bad about something that they did, it's hilarious. Like I find
yeah.
it hilarious. It's so funny.
How do you feel about it? What do you think?
It's just because like back then, right? Not like someone being and I'm when I mean by back then, I'm talking about like early YouTube, like stuff like that. Like you didn't really care about like the things that you would say on the internet, whatever. Actually, it depends, But for the most part, like you made a joke about this certain group or this one, you weren't gonna get canceled, and especially movies like for example, old school movies like Fridays or Rush Hour, like all these movies that have like jokes that if a movie came out in today's day and like they started saying stuff like that, canceled immediately. Even like the person that said it, even though it's like a script and they didn't write it. I think it's like this world has just gone too sensitive, like
yeah,
ridiculous,
Because there's
ridiculously.
there's
Yeah.
a certain like hot take that's like really big in like our day and age now that I strongly agree with. It's Andrew Tate. And I don't know how you feel about Andrew Tate. How do you feel about him? Do you agree with you like him or do you hate him?
Or do you for the most part kind of like him, but like obviously
Just-
like
just do
everybody
you like him or do
you
you not
disagree
like
with
him?
some stuff.
I don't know who that is.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. Who the fuck is
The
that?
bald tall dude.
The bald dude that's literally all over TikTok.
Like he's preaching about
because he's fighting against like
masculinity.
feminism.
I see a lot of videos about him, but I just skip them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because a lot of people don't like him because a lot of stuff that's like getting clipped of him and posted on TikTok is him just bagging on women. But when you really watch the full podcast or whatever episode is being recorded that clip comes from, you watch it, he makes a lot of sense. Like, granted, okay, he says a lot of stuff.
Where it's all
He
like
says some
you don't
things
really
that
agree.
I don't agree with. Like,
yeah.
I don't agree with him fully because he'll say some shit like where it's like, if a bitch is fat, she's got to get skinny, stuff like that. You know
Or
what I
he'll
mean?
say, like-
where like I agree with that, but not in the way that he's coming in.
Yeah.
Like everybody should be more like intimate and caring about their health. You know what I mean? No one wants to be fat. No one wants to die at like 30 years old, 40 years old. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to be healthy.
But the
And
way
a lot of the
you-
fat people in the world are just from the U.S. because of like all the processed food we eat. But if you go to Europe, they eat now more natural things. So the women over there are a lot more slimmer. But so like that's where I butt heads with like some people, especially like friends back home. what's it called? They look at me like I'm some evil person because I agree with Andrew Tate. But it's like the things that I agree with him are like when you go and take a girl on a date, you're supposed to pick her up. You're supposed to walk to her door and
You're
introduce yourself to
yeah,
her parents.
right.
Bring her flowers. You know what I mean?
That's what he's saying.
Pay for the dinner.
Yeah.
Don't expect her to go 50-50. Like you know how people nowadays are like, oh nah, like girls chose equal rights. They need to pay for some of the meals. They need to go 50-50 at
Like
least. This and
no.
that. And it's like, no, you're the man. You invited her out, pay for it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Don't
Right.
go out and expect her to be like, oh, like, can I take the bill and this and that, and be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, take it. You know what I
And
mean?
like do
Like
Yeah.
like
you pay
yeah.
for it. You know what I mean?
Everything in your power to like protect that female. And then like he said,
Exactly.
there's some like certain things that like we don't agree with. For example, like another one would be, well, because he tries to spread out like masculinity and bring back like the past of like, oh, back in like whatever era when kings like ruled their kingdom, whatever, they had a wife and then they were still able to sleep with like tons of other women. That is like no, okay,
Right.
like
Yeah. Like
no,
right now,
no,
obviously, no.
that obviously
You got
not
somebody,
that.
you're faithful to that person. You
Yeah.
don't just because you have them and they're stuck with you, you can go off and do. Because that's another thing that he used to talk about, where it's
Mhm.
like, if I have a girl, I can go and have sex with as many women as I want, but she can only have sex with me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that
And
is.
that I don't agree
Mhm.
with.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like he was saying, so like you got obviously have to be faithful. And another thing that he was talking, he preaches is like that people are trying to cancel him for is like bringing masculinity. You know, there's probably a bunch of guys our age that are like so self-centered. They're down. They're just like down about themselves.
Absolutely.
They're depressed. And
Yeah.
he's coming around to bring people up and tell them. And he says it straight up, like if you're sitting on your bed, you're a piece of shit. You need to be getting up. He preaches like your mental health, making money, being
So why
as
is this guy
successful
hating on?
as you can, because
Yeah.
it's mainly a lot of like the super feminist, you know, like the short hair, colored hair, women that like use they them,
Ninja.
pansexual, all this, all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so many genders out there. They're the ones that are trying to cancel him because
And
he doesn't
since
agree with
there's so many of them,
what they believe in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to cancel him. But a lot of people are fighting against it and are actually like rooting for him because he preaches masculinity, success, mental health. When you go out to dinners, you pay for the dinner. You're the one, like when you go up to a woman and you're interested in her, you talk to the father, and if the father doesn't accept you, don't take it to heart and start being a piece of shit to him. You know what I mean? Like come up to him as a man and be like, okay, you obviously don't like me. What is it that you don't like about me
and
so
how
that
can
I
I
can change?
change?
And how can
Yeah.
I change? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's preaching on women too. Like if your father, if you're dating somebody and you introduce him to your dad and your dad instantly says, I don't like him for you, he's preaching to women like take your father's word into consideration rather than he's just trying to make you single for the rest of your life. He's trying to baby you because your
Yeah.
father's always gonna be at the end of the day, whether you like him or not, he's always gonna be looking for like you to be successful and well off and taken care of at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
At the end of the day, they're always right too.
exactly,
No matter what
exactly.
you want to say, they're always
Yeah.
right.
And
Yeah.
but that's why people are trying to cancel him because like
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to look into him, but it doesn't sound like that person
Yeah,
at
he's in
all.
prison right now.
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate
No, I stand that. I
that's
Yeah,
stand
he's
crazy.
in he's in prison
and
right
I'm a
now.
very like woman power like person.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very if a guy can do that, a woman definitely can. But I also like people are nowadays are just way too sensitive about
Yeah.
absolutely everything.
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 It's yeah.
And that's what makes you stand out a lot, like at work, because like I remember you telling me that like so throughout the time that you've been in and stuff, well, specifically gotten to the boat, whatever. Your whole deal is like because obviously there's males everywhere. It's male dominated, for the most part. Males are the
Very, yeah.
one doing the dirty work, the grunt work. But then you're different. Like you're like you pull up and you're like I want to do that too,
Not only that,
type
you're like one of
mentality.
the only ones on the ship that are like fully qualified
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
our fucking work
When I
like
got to the
job.
boat, I saw that it was only guys doing everything. And then the way they were referring to women, they were like, no, the girl's always like, I don't want to get dirty. I don't want to get my nails dirty. I don't want to get my hair dirty. And I was like, not. My point, I keep trying to prove to people that not all women are the same.
Exactly.
Right.
So when I see a new girl like especially coming to the gear, which is like the dirtiest,
One
worst
Where
of
you
the
get dirty,
dirtiest, worst
yeah.
one
things.
of yeah
Yeah.
one of the dirtiest ones. I don't always try to like put them under my wing, and I'm like, don't let these guys like bring you down or try to make you feel like you can't do something. Like, yeah, you might not be able to carry a shift, but you can do way more than that. Like,
Right.
it's not just about strength. Like, it's not just about all of that. It's your work ethic. It's the way you view this job. It's the way you treat the people. It's the way you work with the chain of command. It's about your military bearing. It's just so much more than being able to carry two, three shifts and like clock
Exactly.
around.
Yeah. Because many times it's like, yeah, wow, you could like do all this like heavy stuff, but then there's like other stuff like, how about this? And like
Yeah.
you know, you're really good. You're like a really good example of like a hardworking, good sailor. Like you literally know like everything from the back of your hand for the most part. That being said, I do have a question for you, and I feel like you're a perfect example because you're a female. You understand, like you've gone through all this. You've dirty the downs and the more downs and then the ups and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Um, what would you say like would be a legacy you would want to like leave behind? When you do leave this boat.
I just don't want girls to feel like they're what's it called? Like they're not worthy enough to be recognized, or if or when they make rank, I don't want them to let other people say the reason why, or you know how like people make rumors about women when they make rank and they're like, oh, it's because she was doing this or
She
this
was
she
doing
was
this
doing
because she was
that.
Yeah.
higher up to
Yeah.
get the
But
position that
like a
she's
lot
in.
of women nowadays, they let other people's opinions affect the way they live. So like it used to bother me at first when people would talk like that and they'd be like, "Oh, you got this qual because of this, because of that." They wouldn't know that I would stay up nights in a row studying for my quals, that I volunteered to go on another deployment as soon as I came back from the other one. Like it would affect me when people said that, and it would make me depressed, and it would make me stop want to try and like want to get quals and then want to get qualified and all of that bullshit. But at the end of the day, no matter what they say, their opinions is just because they're being hateful on you. And I don't want to say they're jealous because obviously they're not, but like it's the way people are gonna talk.
Right.
So I don't want girls to feel like they're not worthy enough of being in a higher position, or if they're scared of like, oh, I'm a girl, I don't want to tell a guy what to do.
Right.
No, at the end of the day, if you're respectful towards the other person and if you say it in a respectful way, you shouldn't be scared of being a
And
girl.
as long as
Like,
that person that you're talking to, they're human beings and they understand they have human
exactly.
feelings,
Yeah.
they know that you're giving them respect, they're gonna give you respect back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
better make me
Like,
tear up. I ain't
oh,
gonna lie.
yeah, I just don't
That's
want girls
awesome. That's
like,
good.
if you were to talk to a little girl and they were to tell you, "Oh, I want to join the Navy," like you wouldn't want to that little girl to crush your dreams and be like, "Oh no," because it's like male dominant.
Right.
Like no, they told me the ABE rate was male dominant, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna make the most of it. I'm gonna try my
There you go.
best." And
Nice.
when I went to sea school, I was literally everybody was going out, everybody was going partying, drinking. I was like, "No, we got a test tomorrow. I gotta study." So
Boom.
I would stay up
Boom. Top of
all
the
night.
class.
Yeah, for real.
Number
I would stay up
one.
all night, and then guess what? When I got top of my class, people were like, "Oh, you cheated.
There you go.
Oh,
Just
you
talking
this.
shit.
Yes. Oh, how did you make top of your
Right. So
class?
that
Like, did
comes
you know the instructor?"
that comes to jealousy, insecurity, because they decided to go out. They decided to not study this and that.
Yes.
You were the bigger person. You can control that itch that they can't control. Where it's like, okay, we're in a new environment, new state. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things to go do. Instead of studying, I'm gonna go out and do this. And you
Yeah.
were able to control that and say, nah, like this shit is bigger than that.
Which is
I can
Yeah.
fine.
always go out and do that another day. Right now, what matters is this
Yeah,
test.
my goal when I left, Bosun told me, because I told him, I was like, "Sir, I'm gonna get top of the class," and then he was like, "Benny, you know how many people have told me they were gonna get top of the class and they never do." So I was like, "Bet," and I made that my goal. I was like, "I don't care what I do, I don't care how much sleep I get, I'm gonna get top of the class."
That's awesome.
And yeah,
Did you get
and
top of the
Look at
I
that.
class?
tried my best. Yeah, huh?
Did you get top of the class?
I
Yeah,
got
she
top of the
did.
class. Yeah.
Your
Like,
mom made
yeah.
a. I found out when your mom made a Facebook post.
Yeah, and I guess what? When I came back to work, everybody was clowning me on that. They were
That
like,
is
"Oh, you got
crazy.
top of the class. What? You had like two other airmen in the class." I was like, "No,
Oh
there
my
were
god.
six first classes, like five second classes, 10 third classes, but I don't even have the energy to fight them and be like, no, like this is how many people."
But it's
No,
like also at the end of the day, you were the one that was there. You're the one that
yeah.
went through it. You know
So
what's
I just
true.
listened to them and I'm like, yeah, yeah, whatever. Like people make fun of me all the time, and
Exactly.
they say shit all the time, and I'm just like, whatever. Like at the end of the day, your opinion doesn't affect me. So
Right. Yeah,
But
yeah,
exactly. At the end of the
and
day,
that's
it
what
doesn't
I
affect
want
you.
girls to be like. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of girls.
and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
awesome that you say that. I really do. Because then
yeah.
it's like I think about my little sister, and then I bet he thinks about his little sisters
Exactly.
too.
That's why
And it's
that's
like
why I got excited that you asked that because my two little sisters watch all our episodes. And I'm excited. I was super excited to have you on because I was like to show them that like it's not just like oh
Super
because you're a woman
She's a-
like because you're yeah exactly because you're a woman and you're a girl like you can't do all these certain things.
yeah, you can
You
do
have
more than
to
you think you
you have
can.
to just submit to what society says is okay to women. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
it's just
And you
it's
don't have
crazy.
to be able to lift 100 fucking pounds or 200 fucking pounds. Like, no, don't make as sexist as this might sound. Don't let a man tell you that you can't do something because you can do whatever you want, and that's
Exactly.
my goal. Like,
Yeah.
I make she wanted to be a flight hostess, my sister, my little sister, and she was like, yeah, but I don't know because all of this and that, and I was like, no, you can be a pilot if you fucking want to. Like,
Right.
girl, you're pretty, you're smart, you're everything. Like, I support my sister 100%, and I will give her all of my money if I could. Like,
Right.
she's back in Peru, and I miss her so much, but she's freaking amazing. Like, I just wish I could help all girls and just let them know that they can dream the life that they want to.
that's
Well, at
And
least
awesome.
they can
you being
live
on
the
this
life they
podcast,
want.
you helped at least one, two, three girls. There you
Yeah,
I
go.
hope
three.
so. I hope so.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like the fact that like just three, like let's say it was just the three girls and that's it.
That's
Like
still three more.
you at least impacted someone's life. Like
Yeah.
maybe because they were sitting down thinking, you know, well, I can't do this, or I'm not smart enough, or I'm not strong enough, whatever. But then, like, just you being here, them watching, listening, and then, you being a prime example of a good leader, it's just they change their mindsets. Like, you know what? Actually, I can do it. Like, there we go. We have a prime example that, you know, and then
Yeah.
that's
And every
awesome.
time I see a new girl, I try to like help them out too. Like a lot of people in the gear, I've tried to help them out. Like Campbell, I try to take her under my wing, but she's not staying in, so
Yeah,
she just doesn't really care about it. And I was like, that's
she
fine.
should have
But at
extended.
first, I try to like give her all my notes about everything to make her study. That's my girl, though. I love you, Campbell.
Campbell,
If she even watches this, we'll
if
see.
she
If she
even
even
watches
watches
it.
And
this.
let's not even say that you said that.
Oh,
Okay.
just
Wait
to
to
see, just to
see
see if
if
she
Okay.
even
she stayed
says
this far in
anything.
the episode to watch it to see if she's
She's
telling
probably
you.
Oh,
not.
No, she's definitely not. She's
PP me on break.
another
Yeah,
Pero
Fern
million
wanted to
break.
pee.
yeah,
Yeah,
me
funny good
right
thing.
here. Streets kill me. Um,
But yeah, on the topic of mental health. So like me, it's like I'm like in that point of my life where it's like sometimes I don't feel real. You get
Yes, I get
what
it.
I've heard that's actually a thing. It's called fuck, I can't remember the name of it. It's like I think it's somewhere around the word of derealization, where it's like people. It feels like I don't know about for you, but when I read it, it was perfectly stated. It's like when you go to the movie theaters and you're watching a movie, that's your life. It's like you're watching someone else's life that's
Yeah,
not yours because you don't feel real.
yeah,
So that's like when I'm at work or something, I'm not really talking or anything because like I'm looking at these people and it feels like my eyes are the camera and I'm recording these people's lives.
yeah.
That's how unreal I feel sometimes.
Hmm.
And then that's a lot of things. That's a lot of a lot of people are going through and they feel like in our early 20s. And
Yeah,
it's
it feels like you're missing out. Oh, I don't know, at least me, I feel like I'm missing out on my whole life. Like I go
yeah.
to work, I come back home, I sleep. That's it. That's all I do for repeat every day. You know, so it feels like there's more to life than this. Like I don't know if it's the Navy, but I don't think it's the Navy itself. I just
It's
think
life.
it's life. Yeah.
yeah,
So you try to like distract yourself with all these little things and it's like when you can't pull yourself out of that hole, that's when you go deep into that depression and like
And
you
it just
can't.
starts going deeper and deeper. And that's
Yeah.
why I told him like I don't think I told him, but I told Hymas when he brought up like a whole real estate thing. He was like, why he didn't say it like he was interviewing me, whether he should bring me on or not, but he was like, why do you want to do this? And I told him straight up, like I was vulnerable with him and I told him I was like, dude, it's because like that situation, like I don't want to be living a normal life where it's just a routine where it's like you wake up, eat, go to work, come back, maybe gym, whatever, come back home, sleep, and repeat. It's like it's like in this day and age, which is sad to say, but it's like you have to have so much fucking money in order to actually live life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
But
that's where I want to get.
yeah. But you don't really have to if you think about it. Like you don't really need all the money in the world to be happy.
no, cause look at us.
No,
Look
I
at all
mean,
the like
yeah,
the memories we've like made. Like because we do go through like a lot of downs, but then the ups are the best part, like literally. And then that was good. Well, obviously we weren't recording, but you said how like you went, you needed like basically a break. You needed to like just cut off your regular routine and go have some fun. So you went to the club with your friend. You guys had some fun, and it's almost like that. Like what for it's different for everyone, whatever they like to do. But for the most part, that's like a reboot kind
Yeah.
of. It's
It
like
makes you think like,
It's
oh shit,
fresh.
like life's
yeah,
not that serious.
It's like you refreshed yourself a little
Yeah.
bit.
there you
Yeah.
go.
It's like life's not as serious as it seemed. You know,
Yeah.
like it's you get it like into a routine where like you start hating your life kind of in a way and you start being like, oh, like I just hate where I'm at. And it's like you're not you have so much to be thankful for, but you're not seeing it because you're
Exactly.
so blind in your routine and like, you're getting bored of everything that you do and getting tired of work and people and dealing with all this stuff. But in reality, you have a roof over your head, you have a plate, you have a bed, you have a blanket, you have so much to be thankful for, but you just can't see it. So you have to look for it on like the outside view to
Right.
see everything that you have and be like thankful for it. But
Right.
yeah, if you can't tell when you're getting to that point or you don't know how to get out of that hole, then that's when you go into like the deep depression that a lot of people are in right now, especially young people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. But like I was saying, like so like how you said, like not money does basically what you were saying was like money doesn't bring happiness,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So like when I tell people that money brings happiness, I don't mean like because when people hear that, I don't know about you, but it's like people instantly think like, oh, buying a car, buying a house, buying this, buying that. It's like materialistic things is what's gonna fulfill your heart. And that's not where I'm coming from. What I mean is like having so much money where I can wake up in the morning and go pursue something else. I can go find a new hobby. I can go
Absolutely.
maybe
Yeah.
instead of like a Monday working a 9 to 5, I can go and take my family and go camping and spend the whole week or 2 weeks out in that cabin or whatever, be around family, going out, trying new things. That's what I mean. It's
Even
like
retire our
where
parents, like
yeah,
what you brought about.
retire your parents, make sure that your siblings are good and they're well off and they don't live the life that you lived. You know what I mean? That's where I mean like money in a sense brings happiness because now you're not stuck in that routine that most people are and they hate their lives because now and while they're going to work to a job that they hate, you're over here bringing your family who was in that 9 to 5. You retired to them. Now both of you guys can connect at a deeper level with your family and take them out certain somewhere. Connect deeper. That's where I mean that happiness or money does buy happiness.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, like this Bugatti is gonna make me happy.
Yeah.
This fucking ten story like mansion is gonna make me happy. That's not what I'm trying to get at. I mean like going out, finding new hobbies, not like being under the stress of like this stupid job that you probably don't even want to be at. Work living paycheck to paycheck. That's why I'm like, that's why I don't want to live that life. I want to be
Yeah.
able to like retire my mom, like make sure that my family, my cousins, my siblings, they're well off, they're taken care of, and we can all just be able to be like, oh, this Tuesday, just wake up randomly and be like, do you guys want to go to the like Colorado and go camping in the woods or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And have a deeper
That sounds
connection
like
with each
yeah,
other.
an amazing fucking
Like
time.
that's where I would be trying to get at.
Or
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Medellin, Colombia.
Oh, my
Or even
stepmom's
Oh
from
even
my
there.
god.
Colombia.
No
My
way.
dad's
Yeah.
actually
For real?
retiring. Yeah, he's retiring in December. And he's moving to Colombia. He's gonna be living his best
Wow.
life. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Que
Me and
nadie
him have
me
talked about
tiene
going to
da
Colombia.
pa'
It's
mí.
because of Fade. You don't listen to Fade, do you? Fercho?
Ferchino, Ferchini Winnie.
Nope. I don't know who that is.
That is a smack on the forehead.
That is a smack on our forehead.
We
He's
should go
he's
to Colombia one
he's
day
from
then.
Colombia. Me and
Bro,
him have talked about it.
we've
Dude,
talked
my
about it
stepmom
so
has like
much.
a whole farm in Medellin. Yeah,
No.
So if
and
you're ever, going and you want to invite,
Let
dude,
us
whenever I'm
know.
really down. Like she lives.
invítanos.
My dad said that when he went to Colombia, they went to Pablo Escobar's house. Do you guys know
Oh,
Pablo
yeah.
Escobar?
Oh,
I
come
I heard
love
on.
that's a tour.
Pablo Escobar's like
He's like my
I
uncle.
fucking love him. Yeah, you know. So yeah, actually he's like my grandpa. My grandpa was in the Peruvian cartel, but that's a different story if you guys want to hear about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. But
No way.
yeah, he's like one of the big guys over there in Peru. I don't know if he still is because I haven't talked to him. My mom like she told me to stay away from him because he was dangerous. He was around dangerous people.
Right.
So I don't know if he still is, but yeah, whenever you guys want to go to Colombia, I
We've
could
always talked
Wow.
about it because we want to
Always.
we like so like it's because like okay so think about it like this.
Also, Colombian women. I'm just saying,
Oh my god,
they're hot.
let's not get started. But the way we see it is like, so you know how we had L.A. Padil,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
rest in peace. They're not here anymore.
Rest in peace.
They're
What's it
here. They're
called?
just gaining weight somewhere else.
So it's like
We love you guys.
we went to go see Bad Bunny. It was with them. We went when
Oh
I
my
would go because
gosh.
he can't go to bars. But when I would go to Gaslamp, it was with them,
What?
and they were down to be around reggaeton. You know what I mean? And now it's like the only ones
Oh yeah, we've
that
talked
we
about
really
this so
know
much, literally.
that love reggaeton as much as we do. I think it's about that.
Yeah,
It's
it's
dead.
dead.
I can charge it right now.
I'll throw that out.
No, you're not. What's it called? It's like it's just me and him, like,
That's it.
and you, like, it's just us right here that really love reggaeton and can go to a club, specifically a club that's only playing reggaeton. You know what I mean? Because like other people they go to clubs, but it's like it's rap,
like EDM music. It's like
EDM.
I mean,
it's
don't get me
like,
wrong. It's I like it, but it's like it doesn't get you in the mood.
It doesn't get you hyped
Yeah,
up.
like
And
the music and like the dancing. It's like not a lot of people like know it or like bachata. Like that
Yeah,
gives you
like
like
I want to learn how to dance bachata so
That
bad.
is
Like
so
I can
hard.
teach you how to do
sometimes
You know how to
I'll
dance
hit a
it?
quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Oh,
when
yeah,
I'm
you
like
did say that.
when I go back home and
Forgot.
I'm cleaning the house or whatever,
Messing around.
or even
dancing.
here when I'm like in the shower and I'm listening to bachata and I'm dancing, I'll hit a quick little like nasty dance. But like I can't really like say that I know how to dance bachata. Like I've always wanted to learn how to dance bachata, salsa,
Yeah.
like merengue.
It's
Like
this
I
type of
want to learn
music
how
that
to
like
dance that music.
you actually like feel it in your bones.
Yeah.
And you just want to like dance to it.
It's like cumbia.
yeah.
Like me
cumbia
with
too, I wanna learn
cumbia.
how to
I
dance
really want to
cumbia.
learn how to. My dad will like put in a clip or something. My dad going crazy, and I'll show you too. Like he goes, this man is a master at it.
Really?
And I think he said he started dancing like at 14, 13, around there. And then now it's like he goes crazy. And then my mom knows how to dance, but like it's how it's a whole bunch of spinning, this and that. Like it's too much for her.
Yeah.
So usually like at family parties, it'll be my dad and my cousin. They dance, and they spin, go crazy. It's one of the many ways my dad loses calories. Big pops right there going crazy and everything. That is cool, and I think that's like that bachata. Like, but actually knowing how to dance it, like, oh, that's dope. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
My
that
mom
is-
actually taught me. She knows how to dance.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
She
goodness.
taught me when I was a little kid, and I was like, I don't need to know how to dance it. And now I'm like so thankful that she taught me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah, but that's the topic that we always talk about.
And it's
like,
kind of sad.
it's just us two, you that like are down to go fucking like go out to like reggaeton clubs or go to a concert where it's a reggaeton artist. You know what I mean? Because like when we went to go see Bad Bunny, it was me, him, Padil, LA, and Q.
Yeah, I think you guys talked about it on your first podcast.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But when we went to go see Fercho, it was just me and him. And now that we're gonna go see Rao, it's gonna be me and him. You know what I mean? So it's like we can't have like a crowd or like a group of friends.
Like
that,
we wish we
Yeah.
had a
fuck with that.
group.
We wish that we
wish.
had that, and that's why we're like he was even saying on one of the car rides when we were coming back from home, he was like, I'm waiting for that new airman or that new check-in that fucks with that music so we can bring them in and we can go out and like experience that. You know what I mean?
That like genuinely has the same vibe as us. Like
Yeah.
Exact
literally,
same vibe.
literally.
You guys, I remember the first day that you guys
Literally.
came in, and it was, yeah, I
You
can't say that
remember?
word. I remember, yeah, I do remember. You guys came in, and I was like, I love these guys. And I remember you guys were complaining because somebody made a racist comment towards you guys, and it was your first time.
Jaden.
No name said, but yeah, you guys were
I said
complaining
it,
about
yeah.
it, and I was like, so I understood you guys' point of view, but I also understood that it was your first time, like
First like interaction
yeah,
with
first
something like that.
interaction.
Yeah.
So I was like, they're new to this. They don't know that people are, like don't mean it in an actual mean way. But so I was on you guys' side, obviously. But I was like, they're gonna eventually learn. They're gonna get worse comments than that. Like, and
Yeah,
you guys
and we
did.
did.
Yeah,
We did.
you did. I still get it to this day. I get called. I don't know if I can say it actually.
Just say
Yeah.
there's no censorship here.
Okay, well, I get called illegal. I get called alien. I get called a bunch of shit. But
Nice.
it's like, at this point, you're used to it. You know, it like
Yeah,
makes
you
you.
laugh at it.
jokes.
Yeah,
It's just like
If you know
yeah.
they're meaning out like joking, so like it's funny.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I remember you guys came in. You guys were like the hardest workers. You guys were asking like, oh, what else can I do? Like, well, all of that bullshit. And I was like, damn, these people are actually trying to help. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked
Like
it. I like
we
it.
talked about that too. It's like we're not trying to sound cocky or anything, but it's like after not even after us, but like after Dova's group of people that came, everybody just became like all the new check-ins were just like lazy. Like they're just sitting around complaining why they're not off yet, but they're not helping with the workload to get off.
Or
But
they
I also
yeah.
think what affects the new people that are just now coming into work.
Valiendo. Hola. It's probably they're probably looking for your crackhead friend that asked you to shower.
Oh yeah, real quick.
What?
There was one night where I stepped outside to go because my Uber Eats was like down the street, so I went out to go meet him. And as I was,
Eat. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
dude, yes. But like, listen, I have chorizo, I have queso, I have tortillas, I have eggs. I'm good.
Okay.
But I was out there.
Pero no
Right?
cocina.
I was
Yo
out there.
tampoco.
I was out there, and this cracker just came up to me, and like he like asked me for the time, if I lived here, like just like normal questions.
He
I was,
wanted
like,
his
answering
number.
just because like whatever, you know what I mean? Because the food was gonna get here.
Yeah.
I'll answer his questions. I'm gonna be gone any like soon. And he just drops this crazy question. He goes, "Hey, you think if it's cool if I shower in your apartment real quick?" I was like, "What?
No fucking way.
Fuck out of here!" I literally like, dude pulled up. I grabbed my food and I'm walking away. And he asked me again, and he got mad at me because I didn't allow him to shower. I was like, "What? All right, bro, I gotta go." And then he just walked in. I was like, "I gotta go."
That's fucking awesome, dude. What the fucking crackhead say?
Dude, it's funny. There's so many crackheads here.
Oh, I
It's
bet.
crazy.
They go
Like,
crazy.
even
I
if
think I
you
could live in downtown San Diego. Like,
no, like I was talking to Matias. I was like, no, it wasn't with Matias. It was with Del Salto. He was telling me like downtown sounds cool because you're close to everything, but once you're there, you realize how shitty it is.
Yeah.
And I was gonna get offended by it for some reason, but instantly I was like, nah, he's right, because I'm in that position. I was like, when I first heard that LA was moving out and he was gonna allow me to move in, I was like,
Best
I'm
thing
gonna do
ever.
it. The best thing ever. It's in downtown. Gas lamp is a couple miles, like a couple blocks away. It's close to everything. Cool. It's gonna be badass. But it's not that I'm here. It's like you got crackheads. You got like bougie ass people that think they're the shit. Like I have so many fucking like people that I see in the elevator. Like I'll tell them like, hey, good morning, how you doing?
Oh,
Nothing.
they don't
They
answer.
look and they just look down at their phone.
Oh, you're on the 6th floor? Yeah, don't talk to me. Talk to me
Dude,
when
it's
you're
so-
at
it's
least
so
at the
annoying.
10th floor.
Like once we move out of here, like I definitely don't want to move back onto the ship or the barge. I want to get an apartment, but it's definitely not going to be in downtown. It's going to be somewhere else. Somewhere more like, how would I explain it?
Just-
More
Imperial Beach.
Imperial. Is that up north?
No, that's on the Strand, right?
Yeah, so you take.
Oh, yeah, it's
you
down-
leave
that's-
the Strand.
Down that way.
Yeah, down that way, and then there's never traffic in the morning. There's never traffic in after work. There's never traffic.
Yeah,
anywhere.
it's love over there.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Pretty chill.
I'm
Hey,
going to have to.
¿Tienes otro juicy question?
Yeah, another juicy question.
Well, not juicy. Hey, Takis or Hot Cheetos?
Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Get out of here.
No,
yeah,
actually,
both of you guys get out of here.
What do you
actually,
mean?
Get outta
let
here.
me tell you, Trader Joe's hot Cheetos.
Bro, yes.
Yes. Okay, thank God, because
I've never
Trader
my
Joe's.
friend sent me a video the
Uber.
other day. It was a TikTok where it was like, this white chick says that the Trader Joe's hot Cheetos are way better than the Takis, and I'm like, yes. I don't care
Yes.
if you call me white. Like the Trader Joe's hot Cheetos are so freaking good.
Are they like-
You
are
try
they
the
like
Trader Joe's the Takis.
kind of talky version?
Yeah.
Those are fire.
Yeah, those are the ones I'm saying.
Literally, I was in his room and he like opened his little cabinet that he has all his like snacks.
Instantly saw
I
it.
saw them and instantly I was like, let me get some.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even want to give me any, but like he just grabbed them and he threw them at me, and I almost ate the whole bag.
Yeah,
They're
I
fucking
can
fire.
finish that bag in like 30 minutes. They're
They're
so
so
good.
good.
And I don't even like spicy like stuff.
But it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
even,
you don't like
I don't.
spicy food. I
Yeah.
it's not
forgot.
even like spicy, cause like when it comes to like hot Cheetos, especially Takis,
Tacos
like,
is just
it's
spicy.
it's just spicy. Like you
Yeah.
don't even enjoy it. You would probably enjoy the first like couple, but después de eso, like it's just you're burning. And from Trader Joe's, it's just like chili flavor.
Yeah.
It's
From Trader
like,
Joe's, you can actually enjoy the
enjoy
flavor
it,
of it.
yeah.
With hot Cheetos, I'm eating one and then chugging water, and then like eating another one and then chugging
Yeah.
water. Yeah, I'm a fake Hispanic.
But fucking okay, I have one question.
Yes.
What are the icks that you
Ooh,
see
yes,
in men?
yes.
Because in the last podcast we asked Greggy, what are the
Icks.
icks in women?
in women.
So now that we have you, that's why I was kind of like wishing, like if the universe aligned everything, we would have you and Greggy at the same time. Because I always told him I want to have like us, obviously, and more girls around, so that when we ask controversial questions like this, it's not just mainly guys who are just answering. You know what I mean?
I mean, if Andrews was here, I wouldn't show up. Just saying. Fuck
But we
Andrew.
would have to like plan that, whereas like we don't tell them either one is showing up.
Oh, you're gonna be yeah. It's just you. It's just you.
It's
I mean,
just me.
it's just
If
you.
I come here and Andrews is here, I would literally just walk out the door.
No, we wouldn't let you.
Nope, I'll be
I
silent.
would throw that big box at you. Come back. Boom.
My icks with men.
What is
God.
I don't want to hear like I don't want to hear
God.
the basic ones like
you got
like
good ones, like
fucking
chewing with a mouth open. Like that's
some boy. I want to hear some like super specific ones. Like for me, when I said in the last podcast, I was like when girls wear heels and they're like walking and they kind of like trip
Like
a little
fall.
bit and like about to fall and
Yeah.
they catch themselves. That's icky.
So I feel like all of my icks just fall into one just category, like one big one. But like I'm a very observant person.
Okay.
So like I might not like say it, but like I see a lot of stuff. And one thing that I hate the most is when I can see earwax on somebody's ears. Like even if it's a girl, like one of my girls, and I can see earwax, I'm just like instantly like if they're not a clean person, that's just like instantly no.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
instantly no. When a guy doesn't wear deodorant and like they
that is horrible.
smell.
That is horrible.
That's a hot take.
But not bro. Remember we were at the gym one time, and so we were at the gym on base, and then for a second, I'm not gonna lie to you. For a second, I was trying to like be smooth and pull this off, like I was wiping sweat, but I was in reality sniffing my armpits because that is probably the most embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
Is smelling like soba and like pinche cebolla and like and it's you and everybody else and it's that
That's
strong
literally
scent.
what I told him right now before you got here. Like I got out of the shower and I'm sitting here and I was like, fuck, let me put on deodorant.
Yeah.
I forgot to put a smell on. I was like, I can't smell like tobacco. That's like a fear of mine of smelling like onions. I cannot.
No,
do
yeah, that is
Yeah.
horrible. And then we were like, bro, what? And then no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. And then I asked him, no, that's not me. We literally asked everybody in our group, no, that's not us. And I think it was you. You got like a little close. There's a girl. She was doing lap pull downs.
It was her.
It was her.
It was
Oh my god,
Stinky.
it was bad. Like literally, where we were at, kind of like hanging out. Like yeah, it was the cable machine next to the lap pull downs. But then you could go like a little bit further away, and you'd still smell it. It was bad.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. 'Cause,
No,
like,
yeah, I can.
it was I think it was him. Like it was his turn on the machine that we were taking turns on, and I was the distance that I am from you. I was away from her, and like I got a little bit closer, and when she came down on what she was doing, the wind came and
Yeah.
I smelled it. And I was like, ew.
Yeah,
Almost
like
took
that's
your
just an
eyelashes
instant no. When a guy just smells bad, or like when you can tell somebody doesn't like take care of their person, you know, like
Yeah.
they're not a clean person. Like that's just an instant no. If you can see their nails are dirty, or like their teeth are dirty, or their hair, or like I just don't know. Like when I see a man that's like clean, then that's
good.
yeah,
Because you know
that's
he
good.
take care of
exactly,
himself.
yeah. But like if you don't clean your ears or you don't cut your toenails or your toenails are like super long, that's just like a big no, dude. Like no.
My
you know?
ex roommate, his claws.
Really?
That man had claws. He had Wolverine claws. It's like, bro, what the heck, dude? Like that was bad.
My dad,
Holy.
he's a retired military, so he's like, you know those chiefs that are like super super strict and they like yell at you for the smallest little things.
Yeah.
That's my dad.
Ay.
And I grew up in a household that was super military bearing and like all of that bullshit. So I remember being when I was little, I was like probably like 10 years old. He was really strict about brushing our teeth, like every morning, after lunch, and before we went to bed. So whenever I would forget to like brush, I was a little kid. When I would forget to brush my teeth at nighttime, he would wake me up in the middle of the night and be like, "Go brush your teeth, go floss, go use the mouthwash," and like he would actually be mad at the fact that I didn't brush my teeth. So I grew up like being obsessed with having teeth, like clean teeth. And
But that's why you got pearly whites now.
well, yeah, but until
Yeah.
this day, like if I don't do 20 years in the Navy, I'm probably gonna be a dentist because it's not a like a weird kink, but I just love teeth.
Okay.
That's just like
it's just an attractiveness that like you take care
yeah.
of your mouth.
If I
It
see a
shows how you
man,
take care of yourself in general.
yes. If I
Yeah.
see a guy that has like really good teeth, it's just an instant like, oh, okay,
Perfect.
yeah, perfect. You know, like
Yeah.
it's
I
just
get you.
yeah. It's like
I
that's
get
just
that.
one of my things that I look for. Like
Okay, so what if a girl, she's so attractive, you know what I mean? Just
So
hypothetical,
10
you
out of
know,
10.
10 out of
Like,
10.
like, but she smells like onions and she has bad teeth.
oh no, no, it's over. Like she goes from being a 10 to literally like a 3, 2. Like it's bad.
What if she's like super hot?
No, like I'm not. I'm sorry. Like you smell like onions, and I can't. Like no, I can't be around you.
She doesn't
Yeah.
believe in deodorant.
No, no, exactly. No, like
Dude.
Especially
what
those
the-
that don't shave because they're all about like feminism and they're like, I don't need to
Oh
shave.
yeah,
Yeah,
ooh,
Oh
I
my
cannot.
gosh.
Like, no,
Or
I
let's say,
support girls, but like,
let's say it somehow like I would for some reason be like, no, that's fine, whatever, cool. My mom will make it known.
yeah.
My mom would make it known. My
Your mom
mom
would be
would,
like,
yeah,
no.
she would. Oh my god, she would crucify me or something, bro. Like it'd be bad. Like no, like it's not gonna get past like my mom or anything when it comes to
Yeah.
like meeting her or anything. No, that same thing with you. I know, like you were saying, like maybe it's kind of weird or whatever. Like you like teeth, but teeth, because for the most part, obviously, you're talking, you see teeth. You smile, you see teeth. This and that.
But that's like the first thing that you
That's the
notice in
first thing that you
people.
see. Exactly. That's the first thing that you see. So it's like you expect it to be good.
Yeah.
Now you got a model, 10 out of 10, like Madison Beer type, and then like boom, smiles, and then like
They have,
she's
like-
missing,
The plaque.
mold, plaque.
Or, like,
oh my no,
It's like when they don't brush their teeth when they have plaque on top of them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
and you can
by the
see
gums?
yeah.
Oh.
And you
no,
can
that's a
see
big
them.
turn off.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, obviously I'm not gonna stop being friends with somebody that's like that, right? But I was just like,
From a distance.
yeah,
What's
it's just
up,
like
brother?
from a distance, like, yeah, no, like this is
No,
my
that's
biggest.
that's horrible.
And I blame my dad for that, but at the end of the day, you know, it made me like.
I mean,
it
good.
made me-
He gave you a good deed.
Blame or is
Yeah.
it praise?
It's a praise.
It's a praise, yeah. I think that was a plus. I'm not even gonna lie. Maybe sucky at the moment, like the first few years,
Yeah.
but definitely you could probably say like it was worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I have more icks for a man because I just hate men. I'm just.
I want to
kidding.
hear
I'm
more.
just
I want to
kidding.
hear more. I want
I'm
to hear
just
more.
kidding.
You have another one?
Let me think. Well, this one, okay, yeah, so I do have another one that's a huge ick for me, but it only applies to guys that I'm either dating or interested in or like. Like, if my
Okay.
friends do it, I really don't care. But for me, it's like if a guy refers to a woman as a bitch and they call women bitches, you know?
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends that do it, and it's fine. Like, if you're my friend, it's fine. But if you're a guy that I like, or if you're my boyfriend, or if you're somebody that I'm
Oh,
interested in,
yeah.
and I'm trying to like get to know somebody, and you're like, oh yeah, this bitch, referring to a woman, that's just a big no for me, because that means you have no respect for a woman, you know?
Right.
And like I said, like if you're a friend of mine, if you're my friends, that's fine. You can say it, you can say whatever you want. But it's just my personal like. If I'm interested in you and you refer to women as bitches, that's just like a big instinct no for me. Yeah.
That's valid.
That's just
valid.
that's just it for me. And then I think that's all my eggs.
That's good. They're not. I respect that they're not like super like general and basic.
Oh yeah, no. Everybody has flaws. Nobody's perfect, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
Facts.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I ran out of questions.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
I
it was like well.
Yeah, I
those
feel
are
like this
pretty
has been
good.
like
It's
2
pretty
hours
good.
long.
5 hours. No, but it was pretty good. I think this was pretty good. Awesome. We went through
We
some
typically only answer like
good
2
amount-
questions. We went to, like,
good amount of
5
questions.
today.
And this is the thing, like you literally have like three questions and then you ramble. Because then like one question will lead into another one
Yeah.
and stuff. Wait, last one. I really want to know. So you're not toxica.
No.
What's your thought on toxica chicas? Are you toxica? Be honest. Her toxica side is gonna come
Am
out.
I toxic?
Mira, a ver.
No, I don't think I'm
No,
toxic.
Jackie isn't toxic.
I'm really not jealous at all. Like you could be flirting with my boyfriend, you could be flirting with anybody, and I'll just be like, you know, because at the end of the day, it's like, if my boyfriend's gonna take the time to flirt with another girl, then why have me right there? I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I know my worth, So I know if I have a boyfriend, that means because they love me, and I know that no matter how many girls flirt with him, then at the end of the day, like he's not gonna pay attention to any of them, you know.
Exactly.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like all my friends are toxic, and I'm just like, it's hilarious. I find it hilarious. Like they'll be like, "Oh, you like this girl's pictures?" You know, it's fucking awesome. It's so funny. But yeah, I don't care. Like if my boyfriend likes another girl's bikini pictures, I really don't care. I'm very chill about all that stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're
So like, have you ever heard of like so obviously you know the toxic relationships where it's like you can't follow women, you can only follow me. I'm the only woman you can follow, or you can't like girls' pictures. You can't when you go out, you can't look at women. You can't do anything, right? How do you feel if like your significant other is like they walk in right to like what's your favorite restaurant?
I like sushi a lot, so anything that has sushi.
Cool.
Okay, let's say you guys go to a sushi restaurant, and the waitress is hitting on your significant other, but you know that if she keeps hitting on him and he maybe flirts just a little bit, you guys get a discount on all of your food.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna let him do it?
Yes.
I love this.
Yes, dude. I'll be like, flirt with her, give her your number, and then block her when she texts you. Like, just fucking anything like that can get us a discount.
Wow.
You're a
Come on.
gangster for that. Because
So-
most girls are gonna say, "No, fuck that. We'll pay the full price. This and that."
Yeah, that's what I'm
Bro,
saying.
when you can get it, get it. You know, if you know that you're that certain somebody that you're in love with loves you, and you know they're not gonna really pursue that, bro, get it how you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm saying not all girls are the same. I feel like people have this image of girls being like jealous and like, oh, if you do this, you know. No, not all girls are the same. Like,
So-
if you know what you have, then there's no issue with you doing that, you know?
Yeah.
So to all the toxiquitas from Anna Crime, the
For Anna
805,
Girl,
everywhere,
just be confident in your relationship.
take notes. No, they're probably mad as fuck right now.
I
They're
know.
probably heated. They're like, what the?
So like this is funny because I see so many videos on TikTok that are like, if your man is not like posting you, and if your man is not like making comments on your pictures or like giving you flowers, that means he doesn't love you and all of that. And I'm like, I don't know if maybe that's just my mentality from like my previous relationships, but I'm just like, I don't expect anything from relationships.
You know what I
anymore.
think? I think that if you have to give a woman flowers, or if a woman has to expect flowers, all this that you were just saying, I think that you're expecting that because he's not fulfilling in other aspects where it comes to like actually love and
Maybe that's like their
connection
only way to
and
feel
vibe,
good
you know what I
about
mean?
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like if you're 100% content and you know that that person genuinely loves you, you're not gonna need all this other stuff. You're gonna be good with, like you said, like if a waitress is flirting with him and you know that you guys can get a discount off of the food, you're gonna go pimp him out, basically. You know what I mean? Because you know that he's gonna fucking block her right after, and y'all just got like a 50% discount on some fucking sushi. You know what I mean? Like
Perfect.
Yeah.
it-
What
yeah.
was your girl though?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't
Genuinely, I wouldn't care. Like for me, it's not sushi. It's steak. If I go to a fancy ass steak restaurant and the bill's like fucking $500,
Yeah, best believe. Hey, go
and
ahead,
it
flirt.
can drop down to 300,
Matter of fact.
and it could drop down to 300 because he thinks that my girl is interested in him. Go ahead and flirt,
Yeah.
because I know that she's gonna block after, and I'm gonna save $200. Like what? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
perfect. It's worth it.
What if
That's
you
awesome.
were walking out with Jackie and like somebody was flirting with her? Somebody came up to her and were like, "Hey, you're really cute. Can I have your number?"
Oh, like straight up in front
Like
of me?
straight up in front of you.
Okay, I think
That's different.
that is different. Cause
If that happened, I'll be like, what the fuck? You
yeah,
see me
that's
here?
more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's because that's
I've
just
seen
like
a lot of prank videos.
that's
like,
so
that do
disrespectful.
that.
I've seen those too,
Yeah.
and that's so because. So now we're going from like like getting a discount, which for example like same with you guys. If we're sitting down, it's like damn, like hopefully we get discounts. Like hey, go ahead, fuck. Like you said, you can literally give them a number and block them
block
right
them
after as soon as
afterwards,
they text you. But if like we're just like chilling, whatever, like and she's getting hit on by another guy, that's like we might actually like we're gonna fight. Like whoa, what's
Okay,
wrong?
but what if he's like 6'4" built? You're still gonna fight him?
Well, you know what? Thank God Jackie's lights. I'm gonna pick her up and just run. I'm gonna take off running. Fuck you, man. And then
I'm gonna be like God taught me how to forgive, and I'm gonna forgive you. And we're gonna keep walking.
Turn the other cheek.
Turn the other cheek.
But with my mom true. Go ahead.
Oh no,
What are
there's
the options?
for a while there was this like meme where it's like a big old like yeah like 6'5", 6'6" dude, maybe 255, pure muscle, corn fed, and they're like, what if this man over here slaps your girl on her butt in front of you? What are you gonna do? And like, there's so many funny videos. I think one was like the dude just. I think he bent over too, like, want to slap mine. Like, go right ahead. Like, bro, like, dude, might as well do mine. Like, bro, like, oh, no. That'd be scary. I hope. Damn, bro, like, even someone who's like 5'10", imagine going up to you.
Bro, that's 5 inches taller than me. That's like.
Yeah, see, I don't fight. If somebody tries to fight me, go ahead, hit me. I don't fight.
Have you ever fought?
No.
No, you've never fought?
No, I've never gotten in a fight like that. Like,
Yeah, I can't see you fighting. You're such a sweetheart. I feel like you wouldn't really like put your hands on somebody.
If someone was to hit me, I would just be like, go ahead, like, do it.
You like that,
I swear.
Knock me out.
Somebody came to like,
knock me out.
I'll be like, sure, do your thing, girl. Like, it's fine.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't fight. I don't care.
That is crazy.
So like, I'm not gonna lower myself to another person's level.
Okay, that makes
to,
sense.
like,
Okay.
Yeah, fight
Yeah, but then you're not really going to say that whenever you're on the floor knocked out.
Yeah, I'll just be like, are you
They
done?
get a video of you. Oh shit! You get knocked out.
Baba, you just like this. You already got a pillow. You already knocked out on the floor.
Oh my god.
No.
Well,
I hope that doesn't
funny.
happen. Shit.
no, I hope not. Yeah.
That would be honestly the funniest thing to ever happen.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Can you imagine
God.
that?
Okay, well I ran out of questions.
All right, we're good. I think we're good now. This was a pretty lengthy, but it was a good one. Good
It was better
podcast.
than fucking Andrews, but yeah.
Andrew's coming down
And we'll
below.
see you next time.
We'll see you
on
next time.
Episode 5.
Episode 5. Once again, thank you,
Yeah,
Benny,
of
for
course.
pulling through. This was fun. It's awesome. And hopefully next time when we have you, we actually have like the setup, good setup and everything.
Yeah, you guys will.
So,
I
yeah.
like it. I'm proud of you guys. Thank you.
Episode 5 next time. Ahí nos vemos.
Later.